Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome to the tournament. Tonight we have a Pick 6 tournament. Should be fun. Not a lot of people sign up. Very short notice, but the players that did sign up are very scary. So we certainly have some very, very strong foes that we'll have to face tonight. And we are going to be playing what in the first round? First round map is going to be Skjalendir's Cave. One of my favorite maps. I really like this one. Very wide, very good for mobile armies, although I don't know if I went with the mobile army. And yes, we are going to be on the Tomb Kings. The Kings of the Tomb. I want to learn how to play them. I know that the double cat builds are very, very strong, but I think there's some other ways to play these bad boys as well. We'll see what we're facing, of course, and then we will decide what it's going to be here. All right, let me get this blocker up. There it is, and cool. So now we hang tight. I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm doing real good. Thank you for asking. It's okay, Jack. You got to do your homework, man. You got to buy around time to hang out here. Are you streaming Anticity, or are you just chilling? Did you get a buy round? Oh wow, you did get the one buy rounds. Okay, I'll make sure you don't get a another buy round. Yeah, we'll make sure that doesn't happen. Sometimes the website does do that, a little bit funky, but tournament hosts, if somebody gets 2 buy rounds, should fix that. I'll take the buy round if you end up getting 2. All right, so let me update your score. And hey, Anticity, it's a free win. You get to rest your hands. Life is good, and you're just chilling. Sweet, man. Yeah, well, we got the faction war this weekend, man. You're on the Warriors of Chaos, which are very, very good in the meta right now. So you're going to be ready. Okay, Tomb Kings versus Greenskins. I actually don't know this matchup super well. I would imagine the big monsters are going to be a problem. So we will see if we can cook with those and have some fun. All right, so Tomb Kings versus Greenskins. I would assume this is good for me. You never know, though. You never freaking know. But if I was a wagering man, I would say it's probably not bad at all. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of this. Keep that. Yes, yes. And yes, get rid of that. And yeah, I like this build so far. Unleash the counts. I do have vampire counts tonight, Pone. Yeah, they're a little bit later on in the docket, but I do have some vampire count Chocula coming for you. So I think they're my 4th round pick. I picked a lot. I even picked Bretonnia tonight. So I probably not the best chances of winning picking Bretonnia, but they are in my faction range. So let's see here. Okay. And right now we have Tomb Kings, Dwarfs, Nurgle, Vampire Counts, Bretonnia, and Khorne. So we got some wild shit. Okay. And here we go. Yeah. I'm not sure about this matchup. I would assume Tomb Kings are good in this one. You never know. Stranger things have happened, but we're gonna try and make it work for us here. Is it time for the dreaded Iro Titan? I think that gives up a little bit too much ground, unfortunately, so I'm not an enjoyer of that on this map. Casket of Souls is one that I want to be a little bit better too. Like, I always am like wishing the casket was a little bit stronger, but sadly it ain't great. All right, so let's do this and cut you. So 3 of those out of the gates here. We can cut this, and how much is that? 1350. Almost. All right, almost there. What can I cut to make this a little bit more affordable? Yeah, we kind of need this stuff. I think that's all pretty important. Although if we cut that, it's not bad. All right. Yeah, I dig it out of the gates. It's a little bit wild, but I think it could work. Could definitely work. Yeah, terror-causing monsters have always been pretty good against them. Screaming Beam Catapults I also feel are pretty good here as well. Yeah, they're no joke. All right, so the infantry are there. Obviously, burning heads are going to be a big problem. Like, there's going to be a lot of burning heads coming. So got to put some respect on those. I think Samu Shopti in the mix are also not a bad idea. Sepulchral Stalkers, yeah, you need something to deal with the big pigs. Like the Boar Boy spam, right? The Boar Boy spam can be pretty devastating, so you gotta watch out for that. Okay, so we got 2 of those. And what else do we want? Skeleton Chariots against Greenskins are all right, but I do feel like the Boar Boy spam is probably going to be able to counter that, relatively effectively, so a little bit apprehensive about that. Okay, so we got 3,000 left. Sepulchral Stalkers, they have a place in this matchup. I feel like they're okay, but what about the Necropolis Knights? Like, they don't get a lot of love, that's for sure. I think Lady Turn would have done a... Oh, strength was misspelled. Yeah, that actually would be funny, yeah. That's a good point there. That's funny. Yeah, misspelling it would be a little bit more lore accurate, I suppose. Okay, so let's get some of these. Yeah, definitely Skeleton Horsemen in mass. They're a great sacrificial unit. They're just so cheap, and they give you quick capture weight. Now, Kara Horsemen are also good for like sweeping up low-quality infantry. And do I want to bring in a Necropolis Knight with a halberd? That could be kind of a fun off pick, Because there's a lot of sweat. You know, Scrambled Egg is a top-tier player. He's one of the best in the world, so we're going to go Sentinels here. Yeah, I like the build. I think it's fine out of the gates here. I think it'll do pig. It will do. What about Tomb Guard Halberds? Probably a little bit too vulnerable to the Burning Head shenanigans, I would wager. Fun fact, Curse Blades is one of the better buff cells. It's very good, yeah. It's very good Anticity, but I love Curse Blades. Using it on a number of units on the roster, it's quite good. Yeah, so we have that. We do have some backline defensive tools. I feel like Curse Blades on Nehekara Horseman might not be like a terrible tech, right? Like maybe there's some teeth with that. All right, let's grab you. And then from here we can do probably not Carrion. Yeah, one of the Bone Daddies there. All right, good luck, have fun, man. Let's see what's going on back here. Hopefully we're going to be able to hold and endure the wrath of the Green Tide. Not going to be easy, though, especially with Scrambled Egg. And I don't play Tomb Kings too often, so we're learning on the job here. But, yeah, man. Just did some tests recently. Oh, dude, I'm certainly going to trust your tests. You're on point with that stuff. You're very on point with that. All right, good luck, have fun. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I always feel like I bring these, like, super small, like, low model count builds, and it comes back to punish me. But let's see if we can pull it off. Let's see if we can pull it off. Other fun fact, I hate the Incantation of Desiccation. I don't use that one. I usually use the Physical Res, Narrow's Incantation of Protection, Curse Blades, and then the Melkoth spell. So the one that, of course, Usirian's Incantation. Yeah, that one's pretty good. Don't mind me. Just playing Dad Blocker attacks. Hey, Kerbal, thank you, man. I appreciate that, dude. You guys could hear that? You could hear those police sirens? Oh man, okay. Yeah, you guys are on point there. All right. So we're gonna park up on this hill and use my big scary cats. I wonder how he's gonna deal with the Camarine War Sphinx. It's probably trolls, or is it gonna be Doom Divers? Ooh, maybe I should have brought like a Restore in reserve or something. I don't know, man. Yeah, I got to learn the Tomb Kings. They're so good. They're so good and strong. I also play them in tabletop, so I feel like we need to jam it. All right, so let's do this. Put you in 2. We got our horsemen over here. So triple skeleton horsemen is just really nice. I just like having the agency of those type of units. We got the Sphinxes. We have the Ushapti Greypos, who are just going to be kind of deep set with the infantry formation and just basically shooting them at boar boys. And then we got Kotep. Kotep's good for spell spamming, and Darude Sandstorm is good at clearing out infantry too. So, yeah. All right. Let's get it, man. Let's have some fun and see if we can get the dub here. Okay. And the great thing is, even if I lose, I can blame it on my blurry vision. Yeah, so what, I have been getting it checked out. One of my eyes is like super blurry. I've been like a pirate lately, dude. Like my left eye doesn't see very well, but my right eye is like perfect. So, like sitting here squinting at the screen trying to see shit, but it like definitely affects you in gaming, you know? Yeah. The most obvious statement ever. Vision affects your performance in something that is it's all about vision, right? Yeah, it's gonna be good. So let's see what he's got, man. Let's see if we can bunker bust his formations and cackle all the way to the bank. The Camarine War Sphinxes are just too good to not take, I think. Yeah. And how are we looking? Yeah, so the Horseman, he's probably going to Vanguard some shenanigans of his own. He has 15 models, bigger than me. I'm just going to be calling in probably mass infantry after this. Just Nehekara Warriors, maybe some Ushapti. We're going to hunker down on Objective 1 and hopefully be able to do its thing. Yeah, he's on Greenskins. It is pick 6, so players get 6 factions to choose. Who was your first faction, Anticity? Yeah, no, I have been getting it checked. Yeah, I have like appointments all this next week, so. All right, so what do we got? We got a Colossal Squig. Oh man, okay. So that is his tech to fight the Burpers. All right, let's get you kitties up here, and then from here we need to start moving out just basic infantry as well to start playing this objective. But thankfully we're going to be able to grab a couple. Grom the Paunch has been making a bit of a meta comeback recently as well, which is pretty fun. I don't hate that. Thinking about calling in a Skeleton Horseman to mitigate the capture on that side. I think that could be kind of fun. And Kotep, what is his caster? I don't see his caster right now. It is an Orc Shaman with Brain Busta. Oh, wow, okay. So we got the Brain Busta. Makes sense. Very good against skeletons. All right. So you guys are going to grab up on this point. We're going to get the Ushapti moving over here, so we'll put you in group 5. And we're just going to grab this for now. And he's sending 1 unit over there to try and grab that. So I'm thinking of like trolling this a little bit and just like parking you guys on the edge, just to mitigate that for as long as we possibly can. And yeah, now we just poke into whatever, you know? We could just shoot into these guys, and it looks like Grom is going to be coming, and any free damage I can get on the old Paunch is going to be good. All right, so do we get the objective? It looks like we do. So you guys are going to park here, and now the Colossal Squig is like, the fact that we had that call in there is forcing the Colossal Squig to, move that way, which is good. All right, so we're just going to park you up on the hill, and we'll get these two guys to kind of hang out right here, and you can come over here as well. Looking good, and the Squig is thinking about it. Biggest Squigus is on his way, so we're just going to run away right there and just kind of laugh it all the way to the bank. Ushopti Grapos, we need to be ready for those, and we do see the the battle squigs. Yeah, so there's two of the biggest squiguses. All right, so let's run that way. Pull back here, continue poking. Not the best poke targets, but it is what it is. And the Grapos are, just going to tee off onto whatever we can, really. So we do have the Nehekar Warriors coming up, so let's just get waves and waves. Our build is lacking like actual sustained like meat and potatoes. So we want to be able to hold there. So let's get you back, move you up this way. That side looks pretty safe. You might go for an ambush, but really we just want to force it into a fight over the middle is the plan. That's what we want. All right, so I have a little cheeky idea here. We're going to try a little something, like move a carrion unit and you up and see if we can overwhelm that orc boy. And we can move in and attack you if he wants it, but I don't think he does. All right, so you guys move. Ushoptis, we don't want to make the mistake of like overextending them. That's going to be a little bit dodgy. And we can probably charge in here. He doesn't have any sort of rampages or anything, so let's tell you guys to save your ammunition. And the horsemen here, yeah, you see how we're like forcing responses out here, which is good. So now we just kind of move out this way and use the battle kitties to get in and just really, really feast. All right, so Grom is not going to be an easy target. We're going to run away. Yeah, just get the battle cats going. We're going to form ranks. Kotap's going to chill out. We're going to get the horsemen at the ready as we get more and more units coming to reinforce. All right, so yeah, double biggest Squigus is no joke. So let's see if we can start shooting at the Acid Burper. I know that Ushopti isn't amazing against those units, but we're gonna turn and fight here, actually. That's not a terrible fight for us. All right, so we're going to poke. We're moving over here with these units, and he's continuing to enforce there, and we do get some good damage on the punch. Okay, so looking fine so far. Callouts, I think I want a little bit of sustained mass. And then we're going to get the Necropolis Knight with Halberds. That's going to be the play. All right, so is he going to move in? It looks like he is. Brain Busters are going to be active. And the Sphinxes, we need to keep charging in here. Keep Kotep at the ready. And we can get one of you guys to come out and like fight over this direction as well. All right, so the biggest Squigus is getting poked. Let's get the Ushopti Grapos to pull back. Yeah, I totally blundered that. We're going to get you guys to swarm that Spider Rider right there. You guys fight here. Get these guys back. You guys back. And the Ushoptis can do this. And we just need to peace out right now. Yeah, just peace out. Just get back, get these guys moving in here, and hopefully he overextends, right? So I don't know what the hell is going on with those Ushopti Grapos. Not going to ask questions, but, it is what it is. All right, so you guys turn here. And let's go ahead and put the anti-large thing. I don't think we need to. That's fine. And the Ushopti Grapos. What the hell is going on with the pathing on this? I could have sworn I had them running, but I guess not. All right, so that's a pretty big blunder for us out of the gates. Let's get the Nehekar Horsemen to come around the side. Try and defend this, and the Sphinxes are going to cause quite a bit of havoc, for sure. And if we can stabilize these Grapos too, that's going to be outstanding. So let's do a Druid Sandstorm. We can do it right on this brick of Greenskin infantry here, as we do get the Horsemen coming up to help out. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, so you guys move back that way. I must have given some sort of weird faulty charge order or something. Anyways, the Sphinxes are in good shape, and you can see that the Colossal Squigs are having a bit of a hard time. Hopefully we can hold this, and Grom the Paunch is moving into the backfield, so let's just get away. We can use the Cursed Blades on one of these guys to make them a little bit fightier and continue beating that thing down. All right, so you guys back. Let's get another Horseman out to control the swarming that's going on to the flank. And we can do a little Incantation of Protection just to trigger some healing. And the Squigs in the front are getting wrecked pretty hard. Yeah, one of the Colossal Squigs is already dead. He might take the objective, but I think we're value trading a little bit stronger. Greenskins don't do quite as well in these type of value trades, so let's get back. Let's pull you in here to try and salvage those. Usirians, is there any targets we want to do? He doesn't have any like boar boys or anything like super good, so I don't know. I haven't found too many good targets here. So let's pull back, make sure the Sphinxes aren't losing any of their fights. Come back this way, retreat a little bit, and yeah, you guys get back to that point. All right, so we're value trading very well. This is good for us. Grom the Paunch is still coming for that bread, and now I think I want to save up. Is the Halberd unit even worth it? Probably, honestly, not. Okay, so you guys keep moving. Sphinxes are going to keep rolling. Let's just keep getting terror routes on these units where we can. And in the meantime, let's just shoot at the Orc Air Boys here, pull you guys back, get another Legion of Infantry coming up, and you guys have done your job. All right, great. So the Sphinxes are just routing shit. Let's bring them over here, see if we can win this fight. That's going to be very nice. And Usirians, any Usirians targets? We could use it as like a bunker buster play, but yeah, I don't know. Get some Skeleton Horsemen up here too to deal with this. So we have the Ushopti summon. Sphinxes are in good shape. We should be able to rout off a lot of these bad boys, and we still have, a fair amount of infantry still going here. So let's do this and maybe start rotating over here to see if we could just snipe that objective. You guys just hang out here for now, looking good. And the Ushapti summon, I don't see any like super relevant areas right now where we'd want to use that. So we're just going to, overwhelm and go get this objective out here. That's going to be the play. The Ushapti, unfortunately, are just going to get cooked here. So we'll see if we can save them. Most likely not, though. All right, so moving on up. Let's get you guys going here. You guys doing this. And the Sphinxes and the Nehekara Horsemen should be able to keep fighting. And now we see some Orc Biggins being called out. Very interesting. All right, so Kotep's going to get on the outside. I've blundered the Ushaptis pretty wretchedly this game. It's been really, really haggard. On the outside here, we get Orc Biggins as well. So we're going to need to account for that, but we will. We got time. All right, so the Battle Kitties. Let's move back to these Orc boys here. And the backfield fighting is going okay. Can we stabilize the Grapos? If we can get the Grapos back and like over there, that's just going to be like S tier, right? That'll be very good. All right, let's get the Horsemen over there to help out a little bit. We do manage to steal this point. And now let's reinforce it a little bit. So we're going to call in some of these skeleton boys, have them grab this, and go here and here. All right, so the Battle Sphinxes, let's just keep wrecking these Orc boys and, use the ammunition where we can. Biggest Squigus is in some trouble, but I think we're okay. And here we do have some, just some Orc boys on the point. So you guys get this, do this, and we can use the Ushapti summon if we need to, right? That's totally on point here. So let's charge those guys, run them down, and get the Sphinxes rolling back over. So we do have the 2 objective advantage here, and like a lot of our good units are grinding pretty well, I would say. What do we want to call over here is the question. I think if we can get these Ushapti Grapos online, just run them over there. They should waste a lot of those units. Perfect. All right, so let's get the Sphinxes. The archers are a little bit of a problem. I think I would have some problems defending them, though. So let's get you. And where did I call you in? Oh, misclick. Oh, well, it's fine. They'll be fine there. That was not what I wanted to summon. All right, Grapo time. Let's get you bashing in the backfield. And we do see the big squig here. And now the Horsemen can waddle over here and hopefully get a good snipe on it. We do get some damage on the old Paunch. And we got a Squig Herd summon. I think I want to use the Ushapti to shut down the Archer Corps here. For now, I think that's going to be a good play. And we can also get a Nehekar Horseman coming out to do some rear charging there. We need to hold on to the points there. That is for sure. All right, so big fight back here. And one of the big boys does get hurt a little bit. We need to get that Squig down. So let's do the Incantation of Protection on you. We get the Ushapti summon back there, and hopefully we can win that fight. We do also have a Druid Sandstorm, so I need to find an opportunity for that. So let's just keep running. And we can summon you out of the Vanguard here. Let's get a Skeleton Horseman, have you run down these guys. And we'll see if we can cackle all the way to the bank. Ah, nice ambush here. Very well played. Very, very clean. But I think we're going to get a good fight here. The Squig is almost dead, and when that is gone, my opponent's going to start running into some manpower issues for sure. All right. So how are we looking here? They pulled back. Skeletons are going to roll over there, and we should be able to get this point back here. Sad face about those Ushapti, but, that's a good micro on my opponent's part and blunderous micro on mine. Okay, let's do this and get a Druid Sandstorm dropped right in the middle of that formation. Looking good. You guys move to the outside. We do have some infantry arriving at that point here. You guys fight here. And let's get these horsemen running back a little bit and the Sphinxes to come back and rout these guys off if we can. So we do get a big Druid Sandstorm right there. It's got to be pretty money. You guys run away from the squigs. Let's get these warriors coming up. Back you go. And good. So we've stabilized, and it looks like that thing is broken. Let's make sure it doesn't come back. Okay, outstanding. And over here on this side, what can we call in to reinforce? We could do some carrion to rear charge those guys. Probably wouldn't be a terrible choice. Let's retreat away with you where we can. And now let's fight here and fight here on the flank. And Kotep is going to do a physical res on you guys. And also, we can do a new Syrians on them. All right, so hopefully that'll be enough to win that fight. Great, so we break that position. We have the Carrion who are going to get overhead and hopefully be able to win that one. Let's run these Orc boys down. Grom the Paunch is a little bit vulnerable here. So we're going to see what we can do and probably use two of you guys to win that fight. Great, so yeah, the goodness buffs there. Yeah, very, very good buffs. Those buffs are insanely powerful, right? So that's great for us. Is there anything we need on this side? Let's get the Carrion behind them and rear charge in. And Kotep is going to be cackling over here all the way to the bank. Meanwhile, the two Sphinxes are definitely keeping the army pretty honest here. Let's run away. And on this side, we're going to need a little bit of mobility coming in. So let's get you to run these guys down. Back over here you go. And we do start to win that side, which is good. So the Sphinxes, we just need to react to whichever side he plays heavily. So let's do this, do that, and we're going to go ahead and park a Skeleton Horseman on the objective to try and not lose it if possible, but we might have already screwed that up. We're going to have to see. Let's retreat you guys back. Horsemen are coming in, moving over to this side, and how are we looking? Yeah, it looks like more sneaky business. I'm kind of running out of mobility a little bit, which feels bad, but it's still going, and the Sphinxes, how are we looking on points? Yeah, we're pretty well ahead on points. These Horsemen should stabilize the capture. We're going to get you guys to come over here. We do see Biggest Squig is coming, and this side is pretty well stabilized. All right, you guys keep fighting. The Hekar Horsemen are such a god tier unit. They're so freaking good. And do we have any more Greenskin troops? We definitely just want to save that. All right, so we can charge in here to those Squigs, and we can use a incantation here to give them a little bit of anti-large. And I think that the big Sphinxes Oh no, one of them actually got caught by that squig there for reals. Okay, so let's get this guy coming in, provide a little bit of support, see if that Sphinx is going to be able to get away. And do we break this Orc Boy unit? Okay, you get here, you get here. That Sphinx needs to get away if it's possible. And we're getting to the point where we're going to be able to win on one. I mean, we definitely have his Archer Corps kind of pulled apart here. Kotep has been an absolute beast. He's been doing just great work, just buffing and really winning those key fights. Okay, let's do this and get the Skeleton Horsemen running in to intercept here. You guys go in there, and yeah, can we get any carrion or anything? Yeah, we have some Skeleton Horsemen, I guess. All right, so you guys go here, and I think this Sphinx is gonna probably get killed here, unfortunately, but yeah. Necropolis Knight Halberd might not be a bad idea at this point in the game, although just sending in capture weight as well isn't necessarily bad. Okay, so this point's looking pretty good. We do have our Horsemen over here. Yes, and now we could start Helm's Deeping on the outside. So we're going to start really focusing heavily on this side. The Sphinxes are in pretty good shape, and now they might even be able to bully here. So we're going to see if we can drag down Biggest Squiggus. It's not pretty, but somebody's got to do it. All right, Skeleton Horseman, let's get him on the outside, see if we can break this position. And Kotep is going to go over here, because we have a fair amount of holding power here, you know, between all these Horsemen and shit. So we definitely win on just 1 point here. So if we could just have a good fight on this side. Okay, we've almost got the big squig down. We had to sacrifice one gentleman, but it is what it is. And do we have any fast horsemen I can call in right now? No, we do not. Carrion are okay. They can, you know, drag down crappy archers and things like that. But we do have the big squig rampaging and with spears. So that's about as good as that gets. And here, yeah, big fights in the woods. So let's get Kotep over there. And how's this fight looking out there? Okay, so yeah, it's getting a little bit precarious here, obviously. So we're going to retreat and try and reroute all those guys around to this side here and hopefully just win. Okay, so the big squig is broken. We have only one Sphinx left, so let's come back here, see if we can win some of these fights in the woods. Do we have any Vanguard? We do not. Necropolis Knight Halberds for sure. They're going to be very money here. Plus, yeah, we got good units coming in. So rear charge here, and the big squig is back, unfortunately. I wasn't able to fully route him off here. Let's route off some of these guys. Keep you on the point. Keep the Sphinx on the point. We do get that rear charge on those guys. Usurians on Goblin Wolf Riders feels pretty trash. So, yeah, let's get this guy back. Get Kotep up on the point, and Necropolis Knight Halberds. Ushapti might be better because they can just get here quick, like a little bit cheaper. And yeah, I think that's going to be the play. All right, so let's get you in there. We're going to use the Usurians to debuff them. And do we win this fight over here yet? Man, these guys are going strong. Thankfully, I called in those Nehekar warriors like 10 years ago. And we have a Druid Sandstorm to punish them with as well. So there's a chance we just break their leadership like really effectively. And oh, nice. Nehekar Horseman's exactly what we need. All right, so did the Skelly boys get away? No, looks like they got chased down. Is what it is. All right, so we're pretty close on points here. We do get a big bunker busting play on those Orc boys, and the Nehekar warriors have now arrived. So they're going to be quite menacing. Let's pull you back, and the Nehekar horsemen are going to be up in a minute, and the Ushapti as well. And we should have some speedy units arriving here. All right, so the Squiggus is coming for us, so let's get the spears and you to fight, and we can do a Narrow's Incantation of Protection to mitigate that damage. All right, and Ushapti are also going to be very good. Nehekar horsemen will be able to get in and bully as well, and I'm hoping with the spear support we just win there, right? 1405, let's fight here and get these Ushapti up on the point, and we're going to give them anti-large here, so that'll be very good. I don't know if I overcasted that, but that was my intent. Ooh, man, Kotep has been taking a lot of overcast damage, guys. He's been taking a whole bunch. All right, so the Ushapti are up, and I just need to hold a little bit longer. Hopefully we win that, and do I have any other fast units to call out? Not really, man. This is all hands on deck. He's just going to be, you know, waddling over with what he can, but we do break the big squig, which is outstanding, and he's got a lot of reinforcements coming in. Can we win this fight, please, eventually? Oh my god, it's not going to be easy. All right, so yeah, a lot of greenskins coming in. Do we have any wolf riders? Or oh man, skeleton horsemen are so clutch right now. That's exactly what we needed, was just some speed, capture weight to get here. So yeah, these guys are about broken. Let's get our guys on the point. Hopefully I can just like terror out his position, but there's a substantial chance I won't be able to actually. Shit, man, he might actually be able to get something here. Does he have anything on the outside? We need to start like preemptively prepping this, I think, just in case. So we're going to go poke there a little bit. We do get you back, and that is a hell of a lot of greenskins. If only I had some big AoE still, but I do not. And oh my god, 1465 points. So let's park you on the point. Flipping it back is going to basically be impossible, I think. So I think I need to just go for the opposite side. Yeah, we're going to start shooting with you guys. Is there any chance I can get this back? I don't think so. I mean, the biggest Squiggus is still alive. Let's see if we can focus him down. So we do get a break there. So let's get you guys back on. I think we don't give up on this so easily. We can get, yeah, he's got squigs coming in here. So I'm just got some archers. We did force a lot of summons there. So I guess we just commit to this fight. Yeah, we just commit to this and hope that our terror will win us the day. There's a chance, you know, but he's getting danger close. He's getting danger close. All right, let's trigger the heals. Do a little bit of this. The squig is broken. Let's park you on the point. Park you on the point, and we're going to get some carrion to fly overhead and try and rear charge this position. Yeah, what a blob. I don't know how he mustered that many troops that quickly. That was pretty insane. Like, it just was this, there was like nothing, and then there was a whole bunch, right? Which is pretty nuts. So he's going to catch me very quickly, but if I recapture this for even a second, I probably win. So let's get around the back of the formation, try and get a big terror route if we can. All right, so the big Sphinx is going to move in. We're going to rear charge into the back of you guys, and you guys are going to rear charge here. Let's get another carrion coming over and do this. So hopefully we get some big leadership routes on these guys with the full surrounds, but dude, he's catching me so quick. Katep is just playing it safe here, and we do get the breaks, so there are leadership breaks going right now. The Sphinx is doing the work of the gods. And do we have another horseman we can call in? Almost soon. Almost. Come on. Route those greenskins off. Oh my god, it's so close. Never underestimate the lads. I felt like I was in a very comfortable winning position, but, you know, I definitely had some misplays with the objectives, I suppose. Okay, so let's get over here. We're playing, you know, one of the very, very solid opponent, too, so that also makes it hard. You Shopti are cutting these guys down. I think he just got it. I can't break him. Yeah, so I should have maybe pulled a switch over here. Maybe. I don't know if it would have been enough, but I maybe could have summoned out like 4 or 5 horsemen and gotten that point if I had just had the foresight. But there's too many boys here. There's too many lads, too many gets, and he's going to get it, man. Well played. That was a really good match. So a good learning lesson for both of us. The Sphinxes, I could have been more careful with those, I think. But dude, we were like so close to winning. Yeah, so close. All right, let's rear charge into the back of these guys. And Grom the Paunch has been making a comeback in the meta as well. So TK, Greenskins. Really, that was a really good game. I think I'll cast that one separately. GG, well played. Kepler Guard would have been okay, but Squigs also munched them pretty good. And the Colossal Squigs too. I think it just came down to objective play mostly. But all good. We killed several of those big Squigs. All right, GG, well played. Close one. All right, and what's going on here? Okay. And let's get it going. So, looking at the value, 900 here. The Ushapti Great Bow thing was probably a throw. Yeah, he had the ITP aura from Grom, probably. 1,800 and 3,000 on one of them. So, pretty damn good value on the Sphinxes. Throwing the Great Bows away definitely cost me the game, I think. If they had generated a little bit more value, I think we close it out, but no. Necropolis Knight Halberds would not have been great there. He had a lot of big uns, so maybe they were a bit of a bad pick. Like, he played very differently than I expected. I was expecting Boar Boy spam, you know? I was expecting just legions of Orc Boar Boys to be coming at me, but he didn't do that. It was very, very different, which was pretty cool. So GG, well played, yeah. Great stuff indeed. Darken the Skies with Carrion? Yes, of course, always a good idea. So that's game one. Very strong opponent, close game, almost had it, but, you know, he managed to clutch it in the end with his Boar Boy blob. All right, so he will report the score there, and let me tell him. So report that score, please. You like the thumbnail? Yeah, the thumbnail today was very, very, easy to do, thankfully. Okay, so he'll report that, and then we got a couple games going. Yeah, Screaming Meme Catapult can be good. He had a lot of diving, though, guys. He was like mass Wolf Riders. His build was very unorthodox, I would say. Yeah, that's really funny. Tim sent me a funny message. Okay. And outstanding. Yeah, so huge faction war coming up this weekend, by the way, which is going to be very fun. And we have a decent chance at top 4. It's a smaller tournament, and if we just win our next few games... Oh, by the way, guys, the next map is truly some forbidden sauce. You guys are in for a treat. It is the what's it called? The Outdoor Farmlands, I think is what it's called. It's a 4-objective map, so very different. Very, very different. Love the Sandstorm. Yeah, we got one good Sandstorm. One was like okay, but one of them was bomb. We got like 3 of his archers and got a lot of casualties. But dude, Tomb Kings feel uber strong. Like, I feel if you know what you're doing and you're really practiced with Tomb Kings, they can be an absolute menace, dude. Would you show the Palpatine Wookiee screen blocker at some point? So I can... Palpatine Wookiee screen blocker? Which one was that? I mean, the one where he's riding on the... I'm not sure which one that is. Yeah. Yeah, Catapult probably would have been a good call if I could have defended it, which I think I could have. Definitely seeing the value of the mobile units and whatnot. And where are we at? Ready for the next round? Anticity, it is your time to rise from the ashes. Yeah, you should check the map right now. It's a 4-player map. I was like, you know, it's fun to innovate and kind of explore different competitive options. It might be terrible, but it could also be really good. Like, people might be like, oh shit, a 4-player map is like a really interesting dynamic. It's like each player has 2 home objectives, so it kind of like is more trading focused, you know? And there's like a lot of interesting strategies with 4 objectives. We'll find out. We will find out. I honestly thought I had that game in the bag. We had the 2 sides. I guess my objectives were very far apart, though, was the only problem. So it was hard to defend both of them. Whereas if I just consolidated my Sphinxes and maybe crushed them in the middle, maybe that would have been better. You know, I was probably a little bit trigger shy with moving in there. All right. And where are we at? Okay. So we just recruited the last player for the faction war, which has been fun. So for the faction war, I basically just invited mostly, it's just, you know, faction mains and people in the top 16 and previous world champions. So it's going to be a big sweaty one this weekend. Yeah. Maps are, like, Intensity, you play StarCraft, and you obviously played Stormgate, and, you know, I played Warcraft 3. Maps, like, vastly change the meta in RTS games. Like, it's, one faction can be just supremely dominant on, like, a bunch of maps, on, you know, let's say 80% of maps, but then there's going to be a map where, like, for example, like, if Turin and StarCraft have, like, a safe expansion point that's very defensible, like, great for them, right? I don't know what it's like now. I haven't played in years, but, you know, there's going to be maps that Zerg like with, like, very, very easy paths to just kind of spread a bunch of, you know, creep around and, you know, whatever. You guys get the idea. Okay. I love StarCraft, man. I was such a StarCraft grinder back in the day, back when it first came out, Wings of Liberty. I didn't play any of the other StarCrafts. I just played Wings of Liberty, but, then my cursed hand problems took me out of the game. Okay, so let's refresh this, and the round is done, and now we're going to be advancing on to the next round here. Yeah, Stormgate was a bit of a disappointment for me. I just, like, for me, the ambience, like, the reason why I love this game is because of the universe and the characters and the cinematics, and also the combat as well is great, but yeah, like, it needs, like, the Stormgate universe just did not do it for me at all. That was a big problem. All right. Hey, perfect. I got the buy round, so that's cool with me. We got a buy, and that's now I can cast. Ooh, we're gonna do Boss Toss versus Anticity. Yeah, let's go, boy. It's gonna be good. All right. So Anticity, I'll cast your game. Got buy rounds. I'm glad I got the buy round because it's more about other people having fun. You know, I'm here to have a good time no matter what here. Cool. So we will give ourselves the buy round point. We're on the win column. I'm a little bit sad that we didn't get to play what? Who did I have? So unfortunately, you guys are going to be missing my dwarves. I'm sorry. That was my dwarf game, and I just got the buy round. So I was. It's a Bretonnian mirror. Oh my God, no, really? Okay, I'll probably do a different one then. No, I don't want to do a mirror match. It's too hard to tell. Oh, we'll do Orange Pest. We'll do my Padawan. Oh yeah. Okay, lobby code, please. All right. I'll cast your game. So my Padawan is playing right now. He's playing versus the guy who I just played, Scrambled Egg. So that's very fun. Yeah. I don't want to, dude. Mirror matches are just rough, dude. I'll cast one of your games. I'm sure I'll be casting you in the semifinals and stuff, dude. You know, you're good. You're good. All right. So let me jump out here. It's a mirror match? Dude, what is it? Why? Okay. Dude, what is with it? There's so many mirror matches in round 2. All right, hold on. Let's do Attack Speed Enjoyer versus Debloosh. We'll do that one. Attack Speed Enjoyer. Lobby code, please. Dude, it's another mirror match, man. Yeah. I'm going to do Attack Speed Enjoyer, and I swear this better not be a mirror match. We literally have all mirror matches in this round. Yeah, that's pretty troll. Unfortunately, this does hurt my chances of making top 4, getting a buy round, but I'm all good for it. I'm just here to party. I did pick Bretonnia in the grand finals, so, you know, the odds are not great anyways. Does he become the Sith Lord? Yeah, I get thrown into the lightning, yes. Okay. Let's do this. Join code. Oh, he doesn't have a freaking password on. Okay, I'm going to have to jump out there. Attack Speed Lobby. I'm very excited for this map. So this is what a Waka Waka's maps. And we got Vampire Coast versus Nurgle. Ooh, that's a fun one, actually. Don't need to run a blocker here, guys, and let's have some fun. Yeah, sorry. I was literally going to go Thunder Barge. It was Thunder Barging time. This map specifically I thought would be so good because the Thunder Barge could just like patrol between your 2 objectives. I know, I'm really sad about it. You finished the Saga of Helman von Haggard? Yeah, that was a really fun playthrough. Okay. And what do we got? So in the next round, for my next game, I have Nurgle next. So Nurgle's coming up for me next. Yeah. We'll continue getting the fat L's with Nurgle. How can someone join the tournament? Well, you would need to join beforehand. So if you want to join tournaments, you go to our Discord, and then you go to Total Tavern, where we announce all the tournaments in our Discord. So that's the primary place. And then you just sign up on the website, which is totaltavern.com. Yeah. So many tactics in this game. Or are you talking about in Bannerlord? Need map makers. That Blood Castle was insane. Oh yeah, I mean, we have a ton of great map makers in this game, and it looks like Bannerlord definitely has some good ones too. But you know, it's probably a small team, I would imagine, working on the Old World mod. But yeah, Coast against Nurgle is fun. It's a good matchup. I don't know how you approach it with Nurgle. Probably foot characters like grindy, heroes. Coast definitely doesn't like aspiring champion type units that bomber mobs can't deal with, and Nurgle doesn't really have that. But yeah, probably just warrior, like warrior wall, maybe warriors, marauders, or although soul grinder. This is a weird map, guys. You're in for a treat. This is what it's all about. This is the 4 objective map right here. Yeah. Shade Wraith Gunners. So basically there's like a pillar in the middle, and then there's an objective on each of the edges. So yeah, you can't shoot super easily. I mean, you can shoot in your lanes, but mortars would be good here potentially. Like actually having a couple mortars just sitting and bombarding and playing the home objective and out grinding your opponent might be good. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. It's going to be great. Shout out to Wacka Wacka 3000 for the map. He's like the godfather of domination map making. Well, he also does regular maps too, but he manages the Total Tavern map pack mod, and he also taught a lot of the other map makers how to make and work on the maps. So he's truly an OG. There's 4 of them now. This is getting out of hand. Yes, it is. It is. Yeah. So what's been going on with all of you guys? Anything new? Any exciting news from anybody in chat? Life's been treating you guys well, I hope. And as we approach the dreaded summer months, they're coming. The 100 degrees heat. Thankfully, we mostly stream at night nowadays, so it won't be too bad. But thinking about having some fun, weird off-game streams this week. I want to get back into an Age of Empires tournament, so we'll have one sometime, and then huge faction war this weekend. What tool do Warhammer 3 map makers use? I'm not sure. I don't know the details. Today's lore beards was fun. Yeah, a lot of great lore in Warhammer Fantasy for sure. Yeah, if you join our Discord, there's a section. We have a section of the Discord called the Cartographers, and there they talk about maps. Yeah, and they talk about how to work on maps and all the dynamics of it and everything. So if you're curious, you can get in there. Oh god, I'm dreading the hot weather again. Yeah, it gets hot where we live too. It's like brutal, like 100 degrees. It was, I think the hottest day we had last year was like 114 degrees, which let me see. But that's not like common. That was like just like a freak weather. Let me see. So 114 degrees Fahrenheit, 45 degrees Celsius. Yeah, pretty nasty, man. It was not pleasant. Yeah. Been getting into tourneys playing all you can pick up, mainly new art. Yeah, good, Luis. Uberman, I'm looking forward to seeing you in action, dude. Hey, Ale, thanks for being a member for 8 months. By the way, great way to support the channel. If you guys want to become channel members, it does help out quite a bit. And here we go. So, Vampire Coast versus Nurgle on our new map, the Altdorf Farmlands. It's not new, but it hasn't really been showcased in tournaments yet, so this is the beginning. Just made it through the worst heat in Australia. Oh, well, I'm glad to hear you got through it, my friends. And the land down under. Painting up a dreaded harbinger of decay. Oh, yeah, the guy on the horse with the scythe. It's a really cool model. As a postman, dude, the postmen where we are suffer ale. They suffer bad. Yeah, in the summers it gets real hot. We're exploring options to move. We both love where we live, but we're vetting other options. Because where we live is insanely expensive. It's the big downside of that for sure. But yeah, here we go. So this is our new map. This is the Outdoor Farmlands. So a lot of interesting tactics here. You even have a little cliff face. You could park some archers up there and have some fun with it. Remember, after 16 months, you get the Turin members only jacket. That would be pretty funny. Yeah. Oh, that'd be an interesting one. How expensive would that be to manufacture? Yeah, for all the channel members, it'd probably be too much. Move to Brazil. Never been to Brazil. No, I've been to. Let's see, where have we traveled? We've been to Canada, we've been to Mexico, Europe, Barbados was fun when I was real young. I really enjoyed Canada when I was there. My dad was filming a TV show in Canada, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the TV series. So there's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the movies, and then there was a TV series on Disney Channel in the 90s, and my dad was filming it there. And so I would live in Canada because my parents had joint custody. So I would live in Canada for like 2 months out of the summer. So I'd go there for like July and August. And yeah, the Canadian people ruled, dude. They're just freaking awesome. And great culture, beautiful nature. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Where's all the wheat? Well, farming's over there somewhere. So ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a look at the map. Here we go. It is going to be a 4-objective map. So we have objective 1, 2, 3, and 4 up here. So you can vanguard on this map very aggressively. You can see the Nurglings are able to jump up on the point right away. I don't know if you can vanguard all the way on your opponent's home objective. Of course, that's very risky, right? Because they're going to be right there to just beat you up, and you'll be unsupported as well. But for the Vampire Coast army here of the Bolch, I think is his name, he's going to be rocking Celestra Deerfawn on her giant crab. You got zombie pirate deckhand mobs with bombers, very meta against Nurgle infantry spam, right? Just bomber mobs are great. And that is pretty much going to be it. Now, looking at the hordes of attack speed enjoyer, he is going to be using Nurglings and Nurglings, so quad Nurgling Vanguard, which is quite great. We have Chaos Warriors. Yeah, I expected the Warrior because they can endure bomber mobs better because of their high armor. And then we got Festus the Leech Lord for attack speed enjoyer coming in with his AoE. But very vulnerable against Celestra. I mean, if I just looked at these two armies clashing with like no reinforcements being incorporated, I would say that probably the advantage would lie in Vampire Coast. Celestra can hard counter a lot of these armored infantry and also beats up Festus very badly. Nurgle's definitely going to need some mass or something to keep her in check. Otherwise, she's going to go a little bit bananas. Yeah, the 4 on the capture point is so cursed. Why? Because it's smaller? Well, yeah, so this is cool, right? Because normally it's like, there's a bit of a standoff element to this, but the person who gets on the points first has the advantage. So how funny is that, right? We've already but seen a very important element of this map. Getting your objectives before your opponent is insanely important because you get ahead of them, right? So now Nurgle has the point advantage, and even though Coast is going to move up and grab their points, Nurgle, if they just sit on the 2-2 objectives, Nurgle is going to be winning this. But it also is interesting because Vampire Coast has range and Nurgle doesn't. So Vampire Coast, if they were to get their objectives first, could simply sit back and just bombard Nurgle and cackle on their home points and force an attack. So very, very interesting dynamic here in this battle as we do see some of the Marauder Horsemen coming in, handgun mobs creeping up, getting ready to shoot against the Marauder Horsemen. But yeah, so Nurgle does have the points advantage, and they're just going to sit and wait, which is pretty funny. They're pretty damn funny. So I would imagine that Nurgle is just going to be sitting here and saying, come at me, bro. Because there is literally not much of a reason for him to attack here. We do see the Marauder Horsemen poking. And Vampire Coast is quickly going to be amassing artillery, which is what I was expecting. So mortars are here. They are going to be in the open field. And yeah, I would just probably on this map, my plan was to either go Thunder Barge or just sit back and have a line of Dowie artillery just blast them off one objective. I'm talking like an organ gun parked on objective 3 and just hang out back there and just feast, right? So that's very, very funny. Moving up are the Warriors of Chaos. So the Chaos Warriors of Nurgle are preparing to engage against the zombie pirate lines, and the mortar has not been moved up here. So a little bit of a blunder by Debulch. He calls it in, but he doesn't use it. So getting that mortar to start, wasting some of the Nurglings and the lightly armored units wouldn't be a bad idea. But Nurgle is up on points, obviously, 218 against 143. And now we get the sneaky coming out on the other side. So there are going to be some dreaded Morngulls. So here they are. And yeah, Morngulls will be very good against Nurgle infantry. They've always been a bit of a menace. Nurgle does have anti-large. You have the Rot Knights and you have the Ogres, but they're very subpar at dealing with large units in a blob. Like an open field, if they can find large units, they do fine. But the Plague Ogres just get shot to pieces by the gunnery mobs. And also there's too many cheap halberds for them. So Celestra does a nice tide call there on those Marauders, able to get some decent HP damage. And on the other side, the Vampire Coast is going to be pressing in. The Bomber Mobs are on the way. We get Plague Bears being called up for Nurgles. For Nurgle. And are the Bombers going to get in first? Yeah, they're moving up. They definitely want to fight. This side is a bit of a standoff. Both players are just staring, but it looks like Vampire Coast maybe going to go for a full court press. Definitely need to get those Morngulls activated. And the mortar, I don't know what he's doing with his mortar. He's definitely just forgotten it, which is a huge problem. But yeah, if you could get the mortars on top of the Plague Bears or something, that'd be super strong. And attack speed enjoyer is going to be calling out swarming elements as Debulch moves in this way. I personally think the way Debulch is playing is a bit of a mistake. Personally, if you want to push on this map, I think you all in on one side. You just defend on one side and push the other side. The dual push, if you're playing like a faction that's kind of squishy like Vampire Coast, is very, very precarious in my opinion. But we're going to see how it works out. Furies do jump on top of the bomber mobs, going to tear those guys up. Chaos Warriors going to pull back, but not before they eat some fat grenades to the face. So they are going to be getting grenade launched, and we do see a doggo unit coming around the back. Definitely not enough to protect here. And the mortars are now activated. Beautiful bomber mob right there, though. That was just chef's kiss. Wasting one of the marauders, also tickling the Nurglings. And Solastra is now going to be moving over here as well. So who would have thought that the Chaos faction would be on the defense? We do see Miasma Pestilence activated. Marauder Horseman got some decent damage here. Bomber mobs coming from all directions as well. Hey, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Awix. And I'm a Spirit. Thank you guys for being members for 1 month and 2 months respectively. Greatly appreciate you guys. And the good times are going to continue rolling, I can assure you. So zombie pirate mobs are rushing up, and we do get pistols coming from the outside as well. This side looks a little bit dangerous for the Vampire Coast, I would say. You can see the bomber mobs are heavily compromised. Fury's getting good engagements here. They're trying to get their salvos off. Some of them were able to use their ammo, but really the epicenter for Vampire Coast is going to be this side. Nurgle's definitely ahead right now. The grind on this side, the full court press, like what you do is you sit back on this side, use your mortar to shell them and just defend it, and then hard press this side with Solastra. So definitely a little bit, in my opinion, of a play blunder, to say the least. The Morgles, though, do arrive, and they're going to be very tough for Nurgle to deal with. They don't really have too many good answers for them on the field. Only one Marauder Horseman right here. We do see the zombie pirate gunnery mobs with the handguns shooting in and providing a little bit of downtown support as Slaughter beats down this Marauder unit, so they're going to be wrecked pretty quickly, but a complete disaster for the Vampire Coast on this side. Zombie pirates just losing fights against all the Nurgle infantry. Morgles do get a nice catch on the outside and manage to get one of the hounds down, but yeah, using your guns in range and just poking here would have been so strong, I feel, but you know, sometimes the bloodlust of Khorne overtakes us all. So Damned Knights Errant called in. They're really good. They do magic damage and have huge AP. One way that Vampire Coast could get back in this game for Debulch would be to grab his Solastra and just annihilate Festus. If he can just get in and kill Festus, then that could straight up be like a GG situation. Because then Vampire Coast can just sit and hold this home objective with a giant battle crab, and there's not going to be much that the forces of Nurgle can do about it. And I think that Debulch is seeing this. He's realizing that's an option. Nurgle is losing on this objective pretty horrifically. A lot of their units are getting routed. We do see the Damned Knights Errant running down the Horsemen, which isn't a bad idea. Just, you know, route them, get them off the map, and animated Hulks are now on their way in too. Yeah, Festus is in the danger zone a little bit. He does have his healing, and we do see the Fog of the Damned activated, so that's going to be a debuff in that area, which isn't half bad. Bomber mobs do get taken offline. Handgun mobs trying to provide fire support where they can. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Morgles are just doing Giga Chad work, ripping apart a bunch of these bats. And the value is within 600. Now, Nurgle has a lot more healing than Vampire Coast has, considering they brought Solastra and they don't have vampiric magic. But even still, it's a close enough game, and the points are, you know, right down to the wire. As a matter of fact, this objective is actually kind of close to being taken. So Festus is still kind of tanky, though. He's a Nurgle character, so he has high melee defense, but Debulch needs to use all of their efforts to make sure that Festus the Leech Lord pays the price. That is the win condition for the Vampire Coast. We do see the Marauder Horseman killed, so that's really cost effective, right? Like one summon off Solastra gets like 650 gold off the battlefield. Like that's great money right there. The Zombie Pirate Gunnery Mob is going to be hanging back. We do see the Chad Chaos Knights coming in, so the immediate response needs to be both handgun units zeroing in on the Chaos Knights. But the big thunderous warriors of Nurgle are going to be moving through and trampling these little zombie people, so they're going to have a terrible time right here. This is basically what Chaos Knights were designed to do, and the other gun mob needs to switch over onto the Chaos Knights like ASAP. So it looks like Festus is waddling. He is surviving. Stream of Corruption activated right there, and Solastra Deerfawn could continue hunting down Festus, but is running into some issues here as the rest of the Vampire Coast support is waning. Depth Guard are actually very good in this matchup too. Melee Depth Guard are pretty beast mode. On this side, Nurgle's looking pretty comfortable. Their warriors are holding firm, so they were able to beat most of the Vampire Coast battle lines. Some Morgles are here, but I think flanking when the Morgles across or maybe running them down and under would be better. Like, just defend this objective and just all in here where you have Solastra. I think that's, like, really, really your only hope here. But it's still 2-2 on objective, so players are having a very, very even score. We do see the Fog of the Dam activated, so that is going to be -8. Negative 24 melee attack, so pretty good stat line debuff. Depth Guard are coming in. Depth Guard will be excellent against all these Nurgle infantry. They'll crush them pretty hard. Great weapons, of course, can trade well into Depth Guard, but aside from that, it's going to be a tough call. But yeah, progress is happening. We do see the Chaos Knights still causing havoc. Depth Guard are going to be sent to deal with them. Now, they're just the dual weapon variant, so they won't trade super well. They still hit hard, but, you know, Chaos Knights have 120 armor. These dudes are pretty erect. They are thick, insanely high melee defense, too. So yeah, good luck with the Depth Guard getting through them. I mean, in a grind at this point, if they don't like Cycle Charge, maybe they could win that. But yeah, probably going to be doomed for the Chaos Knights because the animated Hulks are being pulled back. But they do shut down a Bomber Mob, which is one of the biggest threats against the Vampire Coast here. So it'd be a really powerful play here for attack speed enjoyer. Now that Celestra is very isolated, would probably be to get some Marauder Horsemen. She has no buffering around her, no guns, so 1 or 2 Marauder Horsemen would probably take her down. We do see Morngul's crumbling down, zombie deckhand mobs in critical binding, dog units coming from the side of the map, going to be flanking on top of the handguns, and the Chaos Knights able to escape, doing some nice work, crumbling down 1 unit and, living their best life here. Living La Vida Loca. So is there any chance that the Vampire Coast is going to be able to advance here? Morngul's are good, but that is so much armor, so much Nurgle meat to get through. There's so many of them. Here we have the Chaos Warriors, we have another Chaos Warrior here. That is so much armored HP that really is not going to be easy to get through. So Celestra once again dropping the dreaded Song of Enthrallment. So that's another big layered debuff there. And Fog of the Dam stacking them is cool. And that's negative 48 melee attack. That's actually really badass. Putting all these units at 0 melee attack gives them a minimum chance to hit, which is like 13%. Hey, Templar Knight, thank you, man. I'm enjoying it as well. And I'm glad you're enjoying the Bannerlord stuff. Mark of Chaos, it's something I would consider down the road. Not like a priority at all, but it's worth evaluating. So Vampire Coast holding on to its objectives, but as it currently stands, attack speed enjoyer is going to be winning if he manages to hold the ground as it is. And we do see here the Plague Bearers of Nurgle and Chaos Warriors are eventually going to break through there. And then, I don't know, Coast might run into issues on their home point. They're going to want to call in animated Hulks and Morngul's and, all sorts of goodness here to try and grind the Nurgle advance. Because, yeah, they're losing on pretty much every front. Nurgle is pushing here. We do see a nice Death Star, though, of animated Hulks and Depth Guard here, but I don't think it's going to be enough. With Festus, he's going to be able to debuff and drain, and he was able to just survive and cackle a little bit too well here. And we're likely going to be seeing a home objective flip. I think that Vampire Coast is going to be losing one of their home objectives. And I have to say, I really like this map. I think it's really cool, and it's a different kind of take on the meta. I think there's a lot of tactics. I mean, on that same coin, the Vanguard faction sure might have an advantage that they can get the objectives quicker, but it's so easy to defend artillery on this map, right? You just control both sides, and you could just shell people with artillery because the map is very small. So I think it's kind of well balanced out in that way, where you have the artillery defense, versus the quick capture of the objectives for more aggressive factions. I think that's really cool. But that's going to be GG here. We're going to be seeing Objective 1 being taken by the forces of Nurgle. Festus the Leech Lord going to be shambling all the way to the bank as he moves in, and we do see these zombie deckhand mobs start to get taken apart. And ladies and gentlemen, that is probably going to be all she wrote here, as Celestra and her Legion are dragged down by the Chaos Knights. Animated Hulks are withering, and on the other side, I mean, it's only a matter of time. It's a good defense by Debulch. He's not doing bad, stabilizing his home point, but once the Nurgle Horde arrives, which there are inexorable advances coming, they will get there, and that objective will be taken. So on the backside here, we do see more gunnery mobs. Morngul's are going to be screaming on in to the point here, Objective Uno, and nice Tide Call there, or Stream of Corruption, excuse me. That's going to be roasting a lot of those units, and yeah, that's going to be probably a triple or a quad cap. It's the first time we've said that. Quad cap situation. Yeah, it's okay. We're going to have a lot of tourneys, Jack. You just got to keep an eye on things. Although it was a very short-nosed tournament, only gave about an hour. So, yeah, huge Nurgle Horde, and down here we do have Objective 1 is going to be getting flipped here as well. So Nurgle is going to be getting this, or already has it. Celestra is a very strong pick here, though. She's been a menace. She's got 2,200 value. But there's no way. Nurgle's going to quad cap you, and you're getting 4 victory tickets per second. This is kind of interesting. What if we innovate the game a little bit, right, with more maps with 5 objectives, for example? That might get a little bit too crazy, right? 5 objectives. That could make for some very interesting stuff. I'm curious to hear players' feedbacks from this. I think there's going to be some really nuanced points, I'm sure. But here comes the big Chungus Festus. He is every neckbeard's power fantasy. He's going to be sitting there, pouring his Mountain Dew all over his enemies, which is the most lore-accurate thing ever. Another Stream of Corruption coming in. Nurgle and Infantry going to be surging towards Objective 1 here. And 4 victory tickets per second. That goes a lot quicker, doesn't it? Yeah, it goes a lot quicker, ladies and gentlemen. And that is going to be GG. Well played. The Plague God cackling. We'll see if we can do them proud in the next game as well. But, yeah. I mean, what lost the Bulch that game had nothing to do with the map. It was really just the advancing on both sides. Because Nurgle is going to be better in spread out fights. And then also, the artillery defensive advantage on one side, I really like the idea of bombarding somebody with artillery and defending on one side and attacking on the other. That feels pretty strong. Felt like a normal Dom game on my first playthrough. Yeah, I like it. I think it's a very, very cool innovation. Maybe something we can incorporate more once we get more playtests of it. I'm going to maybe start running this map in a bunch of tournaments and hear what people have to say. You lost, though? Who got you? Oh, you were playing a mirror match. Yeah, mirror matches are cursed, man. You're fine though. We might actually play here. You might send me to the dregs because I got a buy round victory. So yeah. The Bretonian mirror match. I love it. That's so funny. All right, so we're good for the next round. Shout out to the players for playing expediently. And let's see who we get. All right, so brackets. And we have the player who we just watched. All right, so let's get this. He gets to play Nurgle twice in a row. Let's check here. There we are. Outstanding. Okay, so round 3 is active. And let's get it going. And thank you guys all for joining. So, goblins. Round 3. All right. And let's get this. And let's get our game going. So we're going to be playing the Plague God's Chosen here. Let's do this. And we're going to get Homeboy. So we're playing this player here. We're up. Okay, getting some feedback from some players now, which is good. And there we go. Looks like my Padawan was victorious. He was able to win his game. he's really the Darth Vader to my Palpatine. I'm like old and decrepit, and my hands don't work. And although Darth Vader's literally in like a suit. That yeah. So we're on a very standard map here. It's going to be Edge of the Darkwood. So we're going to do some Nurgle shenanigans. I really enjoy the Nurgle aesthetic. I have a Nurgle fantasy army, which is super cool. So hey, we're all doing good. Yeah, man. It's a small tournament in Ticity, so your chances of making top 4 are still very, very good. Very, very good. Yeah, like right now, I think we have... all right, let's see. Yeah, so right now, we have Boss Toss undefeated, Space Pope undefeated, Orange Pest. Unfortunately, my tiebreaker sucks, because yeah. I got the buy round of doom. Who's he going to be on? All right, so we got Nurgle versus what? Is it a Chad Bretonian pick? No way. No way. Hell yeah. And let's see what he's playing. I can check his factions in my super secret database here. Khorne, Vampire Ghost. Oh god, Kislev. He's playing Kislev. Okay. I'm not sure about this matchup actually. Not up to your... Yeah, Slow Sunday, I know. No, so yeah, like the normal for Total War streams, I think there's some treachery on YouTube right now. Like they're experimenting with some weird algorithm shit. I don't know what it is. Because like normally these streams, like once we've been streaming for about 2 hours, we'll be like, 1,200, 1,500 folks hanging out and, enjoying each other's company. But yeah, there's been some weird shit with YouTube lately. It's been very weird. How many hours do I have in this game? I don't know, a lot. Oh yeah, Tihone, I honestly don't even really care about it. It's more just that like the reason why we discussed the strange numbers on the streams we've been having lately is because I suspect shenanigans or like some sort of foul play. Like I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I don't trust it. You guys want 10 objectives? All right, 10 objectives. You got it. No problem. So let's go with this. This is going to be our style here. So we'll get you on this. And we'll get you on this as well. Yes, good. God, I want to use Tamarcon so bad in this matchup, but it's so stupid against all those archers. You're gonna have a bad time. Yeah, and Little Grom and shit, man. There's so much nastiness here. How do we play this? How do we play it, ladies and gentlemen? All right, let's get you guys. I feel like Nurgle's a really good, solid faction. Not like necessarily the most competitive faction, but in terms of their design, I really like it. Nurgle's like awesome. The AI is taking over. All right, what do we grab? Festus is not great here. We're going to be dealing with a lot of scary heavy cav, I'm sure. Dude, I was gonna Thunder Barge last game, and then I freaking got the buy round. Yeah, so you guys got robbed your Thunder Barge that you deserved. It was coming. It was on the docket. Yeah, it feels bad, man. All right, let's do a little bit of this. Looking good. Let's get you this and this. Throw you on that. And now it is time. Hey, Tommy, we'll get you in, man. We'll get you in. Yeah, Bix autoplay. Yeah, there's some funny business for sure. Okay, so how are we dealing with Kislev's like? I know they like to go. The big bear in this matchup is actually pretty decent. Swarming is also quite good. Like if I want to go for a big swarm, the Nurgle swarm tactics are very viable. How can we save a little bit of money here? Definitely need all that. That's important. Pestigors are a great unit here as a reinforcing piece, I think. I think they do quite well for you. Shielded Warriors. How are we feeling about that? Rot Knights, maybe like an ROR Rot Knight in reserve could be decent as like a late game sweeper unit. Chaos Warrior Great Opens are also viable, I think. I think you can cook with those guys. 10 Kislev heavy snow sleds. Yeah, the sleds are a little bit of a scary thing to deal with for sure. You do have anti-large options. They're not the prettiest, but they can get the job done. Battletoads are okay against Kislev infantry too. Furies can definitely rip up some of the archers. What about Chosen? Like, is Sleeper or Great Weapon Chosen in this matchup? Is that just too hog wild? Okay. So Angels of Decay. What do we need? Do we need Angels of Decay to kill like a big turbo bear or something? Probably not a bad idea. Yeah, I like the Angels of Decay. God, I want to throw in a Chosen Great Weapon so bad. Oh, give it to me, precious. Give me the Great Weapon. Okay, so 280. We need the crown here for the healing, and we probably don't have a lot of spells to spam, so let's get you. Looks good. Imagine more dedicated servers, yeah. Dedicated servers, my conspiracy theory is that we'll get them in whatever their next major fantasy title is, if it has any multiplayer functionality, which hopefully it will. I can see them, you know, I can see that happening. Like, I'm not like super, I don't think it's gonna be like super likely, but I can see servers coming because it's also good for their like marketing efforts too, right? Yeah, I can suspect the schemes. Okay, 1, 2. Let's get you guys. This build's so weird. I guess it can work. Yeah, I mean, that'll have to do, pig. That'll have to do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. No, dedicated servers are definitely a big solution, man. Like, oh my god, if we could just play like 2v2 and 3v3 tournaments and like, oh, it'd be so nice. It'd be so freaking nice, guys. All right. Is this gonna work? It could. I really wanted to use a Toad Dragon, but against Kislev, it's just too risky. All their shooting is very, very strong. So Tammy on a Toad Dragon could theoretically be good here. But yeah, Kislev will have Streltsy probably. They're going to have tons of shooting. So yeah, you gotta watch out for that. That is scary business. What about Battletoads here? Battletoads any good against Kislev? I feel like they kind of get run down. Angels of Decay. I think they're pretty necessary for dealing with big threats. Yeah. All right, we're ready. Let's pick a cool banner. We can go with the bubonic swarm. Yes. Okay, perfect. So checking here, no admin business. Brackets are being played out. Nobody's finished their game yet, obviously. Let's give this player his buy round point and see what we can do. Don't tell anyone I brought 10 miners into Thunderbarge on the 4-point map. Oh, how did it go? I wanted to Thunderbarge on that map. How was it? Did it work? That was like my whole scheme for tonight's tournament, was just to use a Thunderbarge game on that map. That was like my whole scheme. How did it go, dude? Was it as forbidden as it appeared? We must know. You must share these secrets with us. Don't leave us hanging in the dark. That's pretty freaking awesome. I hope it worked. Okay. Let me make sure my opponent's good. He's doing some big thinking on the build here. He's doing some big thinking. Okay, perfect. And we're good to go. So, the build. You guys ready for it? It's going to be fun. We got some Exalted Chads. They have been nerfed, but they're still a very good unit in my opinion. The Exalted Heroes can also battle the heavy war sleds and whatnot. It had 4.8k value and you still lost. That's why the Thunderbarge is like fine in domination mode because of objectives. In land battle, I think Thunderbarge is probably a little bit more dangerous because some factions just can barely interact with it. Does anybody here actually watch the land battle stuff? If so, what is the status quo of Thunderbarges? Are they allowed? Are they blanket banned? I don't know. I haven't looked at the PDF for the rules in a while. Grandma Stinky. It could be Stinky. She does have Rampage, which isn't bad. Although against Nurgle, I don't know how good the Rampage would be against old Nurgle. I don't know. All right, so the build. We have our character core. We're going to do a little bit of Vanguard fun. I love using Pestigores in the Vanguard on this map. It's very fun. We're going to have you guys grab this, and we're going to have the Nurglings roll up and secure this point too. So we got you guys. Let's get our character and these guys. And then we got a couple of Marauders who are going to go. We'll probably send one over here. And we're going to send one over to, kind of consider playing the middle is going to be the idea. But I would like to scrap on his back objective. It's a very fun tactic against Kislev. Kislev likes to keep like very consolidated formation, so I think it's going to be good. All right, Thunderbarge is just straight up banned. Yeah, it's banned in rules, but nobody knows if the Thunderbarge is actually OP because everyone permabans dwarves to begin with. Yeah, dwarves in land battle are very good. They're a solid A-tier faction domination too, but they're more balanced by the objectives. Thanks, Shepardors. Yeah, I was wondering what it was like in land battle, how they were doing it these days. I would expect it to be banned in land battle because it's very tough to interact with, but in Dom you can interact with it by winning on objectives. So you can just run away from it and grab the objectives, and then they're missing 3,000 whatever capture weight, gold worth of capture weight on the ground. So Nurgle's pestilent glory. All right, let's get you guys up on the point. Do this. Grab that, and the Marauders can go here. So let's get you waddling up this way, and you're going to kind of work towards the middle a little bit. And oh, dude, I actually like the Boyar. Chef Boyardee is really fun. I like him a lot. So yeah, cool choice there. All right, so we grab this objective, and the Gores should be arriving out to grab the point here. And we do have some Dervishes, which we shouldn't have too many issues with. The Exalted Chads on the way over. So with Nurgle, one of my favorite ways to play is just like back objective pressure. It's very fun. So you pressure their back objective, and because fighting this in the middle is possible if I have a very wide army, but with what I have, it's not great. So we're gonna go here now, and should be able to keep these Dervishes honest. I think I'm gonna get. Do I want to get the elite cab? Is the question. I probably need to send like one Chaos Warrior over here to make sure I don't just get wrecked in my home objective, like some actual sustained capture weight. And we do have the big boys over there now, so they're coming to party on the objective, but the Pestigores definitely are going to hold on to that. So we have the Exalted Hero, so let's go poke a little bit. We can go tease ever so slightly, but yeah, we got one Warrior waddling. Warriors are good to call out early because they, of course, let's get you on the back of the objective. You want to sit by the woods. That's important there. So yeah, Ice Guard could start shooting us. We do get this point here. Let's go get our horsemen and start harassing over there. And in the meantime, we're going to call in more Pestigores because that's going to be my win con. It's just playing their back objective, I think. And if he goes for my home objective, it's a little bit dangerous, but we're going to reinforce back there like so. And yeah, we do have the Marauders coming as well. So how do we want to do this? So the Marauder Horsemen are going to start feasting. We're going to get you guys to start diving right here. And yeah, the thing is, if he goes for my home objective, it opens up a lot of different options, right? So you guys are going to go here. Characters are going to be nearby. Let's get the Marauder Horsemen to start throwing a little bit. And now he's starting to flip that objective there, obviously. But I'm already up like 194 points, which is great. So yeah, they're waiting for reinforcements to come. We can go poke a little bit. And yeah, we got our goods here. And they actually are going for the home objective, which is good. I kind of wanted that. So is there any shooting here? Is that Ulrika? Oh, that's pretty cool. He's got Ulrika Magdova. Ooh, that's fun. So throwing axes into the unarmored faces over there. And we're going to go ahead and get another Chaos Warrior with Great Opens heading over here to really just make it an unholy nightmare to grab. We have the Gores hanging out, and the back objective cackling is underway. Let's go see if we can get a free bully right there, and we'll get these Marauders coming on up with their shields, and Ulrika is obviously just going to run away from us. So yeah, charging here. Pestigores can definitely eat that charge like a champ, though. They are all good, and there's no way this back objective play is going to work out with my Great Opens back there. So, ooh, nice play there. Does get one of my Gores down pretty good like. Let's get you here. And the Exalted Champions are still fighting, but yeah, a little bit dangerous, right? So I do have another Pestigore arriving in a second. Hopefully it'll be good. Throwing weapons are doing it. And the Great Weapons, we are going to have some good isolated fights here, so let's do this. Let's do this, and we can actually get some Furies and have them come over and go after this isolated archer back here. So let's do this. Great. All right. So any Streams of Corruption or anything I want to cast, probably a good target here, to be completely honest. We're going to get you back, although you can fight here, and you guys can go fight here. See if we can get Ulrika down. That would be a very nice pick, actually. Though we're a little bit trapped up in the dervishes for now. But the throwing weapon's doing pretty nasty damage. And the Great Weapons are going to move in. And then the Fury should be able to cause some serious damage to those Ice Guard there. And if we can get a Hound to come over too, and then go here and then there, that's going to be very good. All right, so let's get you guys out there. Great. So the Nurgle Lords are very strong. Very, very, very menacing. And we are winning the grind on this side a little bit. We just got to stay out of range of the archers. On the home objective, we do manage to get on top of the Ice Guard swords, although they do have the dual weapons, so that's going to make them actually much better here. But even still, they're taking quite a bit of damage. Ulrika getting smashed up. Great Weapons doing good. And now they're going to be rotating over this way with most of the army. So they're coming for blood. All right, let's get you back on the point. Let's do this. We can start battling the Kossars, and we need to get the Streams of Corruption going onto, let's keep you guys back. And we can Vanguard one more Nurgling up here just for a little bit of capture weight. Yeah, nice shooting from the Ice Guard. They were able to do their thing, so we need to get around the outside here. Have you guys keep fighting there. And we have our character core here, so let's get a beautiful Stream of Corruption right on that unit. All right, so we do get that. That's going to hit quite a bit. And the Marauders, where do they go from here? Where do they go? We need to get the throwing weapons on those guys. Yeah, so Hounds around the outside. Let's get on those Ice Guard, and the Great Weapons can start moving to the middle. It looks like we're going to win most of those fights there. And do we escape this blob? It looks like we do. All right, so the throwing weapons are still hanging tight. Let's get the Exalted Champions onto the Zargard. Or we can try and chase Ulrika. Either of them are viable targets. Some of the Great Weapons do stabilize as well. And are we going to be able to win this? We might actually need to stay here. Hard to say, although the Great Weapons, I think, can move that way as well. I think they can. Exalted Heroes, one of them has escaped. The other one's a little bit stuck in the halberds. Let's get you guys moving over there. And yeah, our characters are all like hard armor-piercing characters. We do have the throwing weapons on top of them too. So it should be pretty good. All right, so yeah, let's keep waddling here. In the meantime, now we can start pressing up on the middle a little bit. So we're going to get you and you. Yeah, a little bit of Vanguard pressure. Get those guys waddling up to the middle here. The Zargard are eating a lot of throwing weapons and also getting wrecked by my characters. The Chad Ulrika pick is very fun, though. It's very, very avant-garde, very different. Okay, so are we going to be able to hold this objective? We are winning the fights over there, I believe. The Great Weapons are coming, and do we have any other Vanguard choices that can get there? I think so. I think next we call in the Rot Knights, because we have most of our infantry on board. Okay, we need to move away here. A little bit dangerous. Zargard are in trouble. We have been able to beat them down pretty good. Let's get our characters here, get these Nurglings on the point, and now the capture weight is becoming a bit tough. Let's get these Marauders up here, and now we got the Gores and the Great Weapons coming over to the middle, so I'm hoping we can win that fight. The Ice Guard ladies, let's get the Nurglings in there to help out. And cool. So we chase down Ulrika a little bit and get some Nurglings up on the point to maintain capture. If we can take down Ulrika, that's going to be really, really nice. That'll be very powerful. Okay, so you guys, let's get the Great Weapons rallying back. I could unsummon them. It's definitely an option. Warriors here, it might just be worth rotating to the middle at this point. I don't know. It totally might be. Yeah, so let's actually take all these horsemen, kind of abandon this objective a little bit. It's dangerous here, and we're going to get a big overcasted fleshy abundance and get the heals of the gods on these characters here, because value is close, but yeah, that should be very good for us. So let's get you here, and we do get the big heal, so our characters are just getting a massive amount of healing right now. And let's get the horsemen rotating to the middle. So this is the classic tactic against like the more stationary factions, right? You play the back objective, they pull units to deal with it, and then you just move to the middle, which is working. Back objective's looking good. Hounds got broken by the Chad Ice Guard, which I love. I think that's very fun. And now we're going to rotate and get this point. And our characters are basically healed to full. Most of my opponent's army's back there, so let's get the throwing weapons up on the point here, like so. Nurgling's coming, and do we have enough for the big daddies? I don't know how good they're going to be. Let's just get a Rot Knight or another Pestigore out. I think that's going to be a little bit more important here. And we're going to get these characters to go after the Boyar. You're going to go here. Let's get you to fight the Armored Kossars on the edge of the objective. Form ranks, form ranks. And now it's starting to flip pretty heavily here. All right, Stream of Corruption. Yes, please. It's going to be very money. Things in the Woods back here. Kind of an interesting one. I don't have great options against them. So that's kind of trying. And now, do we flip this objective? We do. So we flip this, and we just need to... The classic Nurgle experience is like forcing it into a situation where it's just you could just win on one objective. The Exalted Heroes are just bullying these guys. And we're going to go ahead and do the Curse of the Slug to slow them down, and that'll mitigate their charge a little bit, which is good. You guys go this way. And yeah, we can call it the big boys now. I think that's going to be fine. We do have some of those, but yeah, 1,500 gold. And the Pestigores are just such a good unit in this matchup. They do very well. All right, unsummon you, although you guys have a little bit of fighting power left in you, so we're going to do that. And we are beating down the Kislev Lord very badly. Let's get our Rotbeast character to fight here. As a matter of fact, you could probably come out and fight a little bit longer. I could call it Angels of Decay, but I think just the Rot Knight ROR is going to be a way cooler thing. So we're gonna try that. Okay, so 2200. Those are the Angels of Decay. They're a pretty elite unit. And actually, our back objective's in a little bit of trouble from those freaking guys. So yeah, we should be able to deal with the things in the woods with those. Let's get you guys to go run down the Sisters over here. And in the middle, the Great Weapons are still fighting. And now we get the cool Rot Knights. So let's get those Rot Knights moving. Our character core is very menacing. I think we actually killed his Lord. Yeah, the Lord got killed by those heroes. They're very, very tough to deal with. We do have another big heal. Probably going to save it for the Rot Knights. I'm thinking Hound units are there. Let's dodge this if we can. Let's get you there, you there. Rot Knights can go protect our back objective. We can't afford to lose an objective. We do dodge the Pit of Shades. So that's actually kind of interesting because Kislev, yeah, I mean, Kislev can get Pit of Shades from a Hag too. Yeah, Nurgle Great Weapons are also excellent against the Cav. I mean, not excellent, but they do the job. So let's move up. Rot Knights are going to go secure our back objective. Let's get some Nurglings to reinforce there as well. And now Kislev is pushing hard, but we can easily win on one objective here. I mean, it's not going to be easy, but we are ahead enough to win on one objective. So as long as I don't like throw my characters into some blunderous shit, we should be fine. Yeah, the Rot Knights are just going to annihilate any mobility they send over here. And we just start reinforcing the back point, right? That's going to be super money. Okay, you guys want it? Normally I don't do cinematics during sweaty tournament games, but oh yeah. Let's freaking go. Rot Knights are so cool. So they're going to wreck those guys like really bad. All right, so my characters need to escape. This situation is actually quite bad over here, and Kislev is getting a little bit of momentum. So let's do a Stream of Corruption, and you guys can probably just be unsummoned, get the fresh ones up. Horsemen are still here cackling, and Kislev is going to get this objective. We can, start swarming towards the home, or just maybe just unsummon these guys. It's going to be the play. And so we sacrificed value for, we are up in value, but like he has more infantry capture presence. I could probably outgrind him in the middle eventually if I just keep calling in Great Weapons, but yeah, I'm going to start preparing to play the home objective. We can go run some interference with these guys too, and we need to get these characters out of that damn Kislev infantry blob. All right, so the Rot Knights is doing work. Yeah. All right, so they were able to get this, and we can get the Rot Knights coming to the middle now. And now we can just pump out Great Weapons, or just infantry in general, right? Just whatever we can. Yeah, I shouldn't have paid the premium for that. That was a mistake. All right, so let's get our characters gathered up. Horsemen can go and look for freebies, although probably just keeping them back is going to be good. We got Nurglings, and you guys ready to go back here. And do we want to fight over the middle? I don't know if we do. There's a lot of pointy sticks. What is that? That's the Dazen's Hearthblades. Okay, so some elite units coming in, which I could actually just use Angels of Decay to kill them. So we're going to gather up our characters, and we're going to go ahead and use a little fecundity here. So that's going to heal those boys up. It's very, very good. And we got a lot of Pestigors reinvigorating. We can pull back, because obviously we can win on just one objective now. So this is my advantage, right? I earned this, because I pushed them hard in the beginning, and now they need to come to me. I went to them, now it's their turn to come to me. So this is the swing back of these. Okay. So Ulrika is still kind of proxy leading the army, which is fun. We have more infantry coming. Let's get those Marauders to the back point here. Just kind of keep teasing a little bit. I saw the Dazen's Hearthblades. They're a menace. The Rot Knights, as soon as they start spamming out dervishes and mobility to desperately get to that back objective, that is when we can feast. So let's go attack these Hearthblades with our character squad, and you guys can go. Is there anything we want to charge here? Not really. I think Angels of Decay would actually be pretty good, although I don't want to just lose the capture weight, so let's reinforce and reinforce. Let's get as much infantry out on the field as we can before we make a riskier play. We're going to go fight you in the woods. Keep the Great Weapons here. Hearthblades are going to get hunted. And yeah, Horsemen are just waiting for an opportunity to charge something. So we do get in there. Character Core is doing it. We do have the heal cap coming in. Let's go ahead and get the Stream of Corruption. So let's drop it like it's hot, and then we can just run away. Nice value right there. That is the good stuff. Get the Rot Knights back and unsummon you guys. Need to get them back in the pool. And yeah, nice HP. We took some HP off the elite unit, which is good. We're going to go see if Ulrika wants a piece. Marauder should trade well into Kislev Warriors. And let's get one more Pestigor coming. Very tough unit for Kislev to deal with. Uh-oh, you're in the wrong neighborhood, Ulrika. You're in the wrong neighborhood. What am I not doing? Oh. Yeah, no, we're good. We're chilling, dude. We are chilling. I thought I had a screen blocker up. I looked at chat for a second, and I was like, yeah, no, I mean, good luck. This is like Nurgle Competitive 101. I mean, you can either go all in, but I didn't go all in per se. I retreated off the back objective. But yeah, good luck getting this point off me. That's going to be very difficult. we're going to have so much Nurgle capture weight coming back here, and they're going to be forced into my natural habitat, which is going to be quite scary. So let's grind it here. Let's go get in the Dazen's Hearthblades, and we can do, the 2-for-1. Oh, yeah, that's money right there. Oh, yes. Oh, look at that freaking Stream of Corruption. So good. So let's get you guys to go dive into the Ice Guard Swords. Why not? We'll get you guys to charge in here. Pestigors are going to be on their way in. And, yeah, the Exalted Chad's just going to keep working it. And now we got some Kosovo Dervishes coming out of the trees. And the Chads are going to be swarming in, so they will beat down some of those units. I do have opportunities for back pressure, too. I'm thinking about maybe doing that. But I don't know. We'll see if it matters. Yeah, so we fold up the Kislevite warrior line. Let's retreat back here. Dervishes fighting in the woods is going to be awful for them. And we need to get the Rot Knights out of there. Yeah, just get them back. Okay, so let's get another Great Weapon. Call it in here. Ice Guard have been distracted in the middle. Don't know if that was worth it, but, send a message. Armored Kossars are still hanging, and the Rot Knights are fleeing. Let's get Nurglings into the Kislevite Warriors is going to be probably our best fight. We're going to form ranks here. And we have another Stream of Corruption, which is going to be devastating. That's going to hit, like, the entire army. Yeah, so going for the capture weight was definitely smarter than the Angels of Decay. Angels of Decay are good and all, but that would not have been smart. All right, let's get the Rot Knights over there to push those guys back. This blob fight, this, blob style works very good for us. We do have the Mordheim Beowulfs, so that's going to be good. And now let's just park some horsemen on the objective. Get them back here. So you're going to see all the mobility, all the dervishes just get folded up like a piece of paper here. And the Kislev battle line is going to falter pretty hard. I have another stream too, which is great. Let's get a stream, go right down the pipe, nail those units once again. And because what's going to happen here is he's going to get pushed back and then to the point where I can maybe go get middle, right? So that's the sauce of it. Let's get you guys to do this and get these guys to go attack those Ice Guard. They do have swords, but just want to keep them away from the objective. Rot Knights, absolutely crushing the Kislev units over there. Let's get our character back. He's trying to snipe my lord. And send in another Great Weapon. Yeah, so let's form up the ranks with the Great Weapon. Just use the horsemen throwing axes to cackle. And Rot Knights just crushing everything, basically. And now they're gonna crush this unit here. We might actually be able to get a snipe on Ulrika. That would be pretty cool. And what do we have big call-in-wise? We do have Great Weapons, but they would take too long to get here. All right, so looking nice and good like, and yeah, we get Homie back here, and Ulrika is undead, but she does have Buyer Blood, so that makes her very tough to crack. The Hounds are on top of the Ice Guard. We're going to keep our character here. Some Furies wouldn't be bad just to, nibble on these Ice Guard here, although I did call them from the far point, which is a mistake. I think we did get Ulrika. I think it's time to give this weird haircut guy one more tough lesson here. Okay, Rot Knights completely dominating their fight over there, and they're going to pull back on the point. We do have another Great Weapon unit idle and another one right here. Hounds and company are doing pretty good work, and we can call more Nurglings out of the Vanguard. But there's no way he gets this point. 0% chance. Classic Nurgle game. And the Hearthblades will die as well. The Rot Knights will actually kill them with throwing weapon support. GG, well played. All right. Got it. Rot Knights doing good. They're good in a couple matchups. It was a badass build for my opponent, though. The Ice Guard swords are kind of interesting, right? Because they kill Furies and Hounds super effectively. So you can only shut them down with big stuff or infantry. So yeah, cool Ice Guard play. They actually, look at the value. I mean, 1,100 here, 1,900 value on this one. The Boyar got his butt kicked. Ulrika was cool. That's a fun pick. I think the Hag on the Chariot's better against Nurgle with Shadow Magic, but yeah. GG, well played. He played well, honestly. I think just some minor changes to the build and he would be okay. The Nurgle character squad can be very, very oppressive if you don't have the tools to fight it. Let's see. Horsemen did good. Heroes 1,500 and 1,600. Heavy war sleds are also really good against Nurgle too. 2,000 value on the Lord. Great weapons, not bad. Rot Knights got 1,600 value in their short lives. And yeah. GG, well played. Fun game, man. Well played to my opponent. Absolute beast. And let's go ahead and update the brackets. Sled is not weak versus Nurgle. Sleds are very good against Nurgle. Okay, so we got the win there. So hey, not a bad run of games. We got one more game. I don't know who I have in my fourth round actually. Vampire counts. Yeah, a faction I'm learning. So I've been having a lot of fun with Vampire counts. So Nurgle versus Kislev. Nurgle versus Kislev was the match. Okay. Yes. Evil. All right, so let's refresh this. So, hey, we got 2 wins, which is good. So not a rough run. Oh, no, Anticity. No. Looks like Scrambled Egg got him. Scrambled Egg took down both Anticity and I tonight, just barely. Son of a gun. Quite the villain. Okay, and dude, my Padawan though, 3-1 right now. He's getting there. This is going to be his first tournament win tonight. That'd be pretty cool. All right, Vampires versus Nurgle in round 4. I mean, dude, it could happen. So, all right. So we got this. And, oh, I'm playing Scrambled Egg again. Oh, no, that's actually good. Well, is it, though? Because I don't think I get the tiebreaker twice. Oh, no. So I have Scrambled Egg Special again. The guy that I had a very close game with. This is fine, though, because this is my revenge arc. T versus... the problem with playing him again is he's a Vampire Count main, so he knows, like, probably what's coming. But we have our revenge arc with Scrambled Egg Special. Again... Because he looks like... I might have gotten pared down in him. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's do this. If I beat him, there's a decent chance I make top 4. But I don't like to play factions against people who main those factions. He's so Scrambled Egg Special is actually playing Vampire Counts in this weekend's Faction War coming up next Saturday. So he is the Vampire Count guy. Yeah. Orange Pest is the Padawan, yes. I've been training him in the shadows a little bit. Not too much. He's been grinding mostly on his own nowadays, but he's a beast. So, yeah, Orange Pest is just gotten into the Total War scene. He's the #1 Company of Heroes 3 player in the world. So he wins like all the major tournaments there. So he's come over and switched over to Total War a little bit and has been grinding. So pretty fun to see. All right. So Vampire Counts, we're on the Proving Grounds. And we're going to be on Count Chocula. So let's see what we got. The Vampire Counts. Yes, this one's for you, Pwn Dog. I don't know if you're here, you dirty dog, but you were hounding me to play Vampire Counts, so here you go. If I get to the semis, I have Bretonnia. So if I do make it, I have Bretonnia, which is a little bit scary. And who do we got here for Scrambled? No! No! No, it's a Vampire Count mirror. Please be Vampire Coast. No, not a Vampire Count mirror match, dude. No! No! Oh, God, dude. No! I hate this so much, dude. The curse, God. Dude, I can't believe I have to play a Vampire Count mirror against a Vampire Count guy here. This is just pure pain. Oh, God. Can I win this? Okay, let's scheme it up here. I need some big thinking because he knows this faction in and out. Okay, let's do this. Yeah. All right. All ethereal units? That would be very funny, actually. Okay, I don't hate that. I think that's an idea. And we're going to get you guys to come up. We're going to do this. Is this forbidden enough is the question. Run Gorst, he'll never expect it. The Gortys engine is actually not a bad choice. The Gortys engine is pretty effective. Yeah, he can do some work. Okay. Oh, dude, this sucks. This just majorly sucks. All right, so let's get this. What do vampires do against one another? I don't know. I do not know what the forbidden tech is. If I win this, I'm in the semis. Great. I have to play a mirror against a main. We'll do the Strigos Empire. That's how we get them. Although the Jiangxi Rebels are cool. The Court of the Night. Okay, so then we get you guys in there. Is this going to be enough? You know, is this it? Is this the hill we die on here? Oh man, okay. So I don't hate that. Let's get a couple more of these maybe, just to support, just in case. Karen Ray is probably not super good in this matchup. Maybe though. Oh. Yeah, like what magic damage unit? I mean, I guess Cairn Race themselves do magic damage. There's that. Stern's been probably a pretty good pick for just like holding. I think Graveguard Halberds might actually be pretty viable here. Because they just hold against all the big threats like Crypt Horrors and Cav and things like that. Use your 25 years of RTS experience. That's right. That's the plan. 25 years? Okay, so the first RTS I played was, let me see. So that would have been 2 Tides of Darkness. Yeah, 1995 would have been the first one I played. So that would have been, I would have been 7 years old. So yeah, shit, man, even more than that. Yeah, so I have been playing RTS games since 1995. Pretty heavy metal, dude. Pretty heavy metal. Oh, I did play the original StarCraft, actually. Yeah, I did play the original StarCraft. So was that 94? The first one I remember playing, though, was Tides of Darkness. So it was probably that one. Okay. All right. Crypt Ghouls seem like an interesting choice in this matchup. Yeah, Vargeist obviously are very good. They're a menacing unit. The Black Coach, dude. Do we fear it? Do we respect it? Does it come for us in the night? Perhaps it does. Those things have fast movement speed, so let's get a couple of these. And what about any of the Cav units? I don't know. They're okay. They're all right. Oh, this feels so jank. I'm too weak. Help me, Anakin. Help me. All right, let's get one more zombie. So there we have that. And I guess that's as good as it's going to get. That's as good as it's going to get, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Well, let's see. Dude, the Vampire Count Mirror match is such a weird rock, paper, scissors of builds. You know, it's the weirdest. All right. Vlad would be good here, I think, for sure. Do I own the Ushapti mini with great weapons? If you do, they're... so I have... In my Tomb King's army, I use 6 Ushapti with the longbows. It's the same mini, but they just have different arms. So yeah, I usually in my Tomb King's list will run like 6 Ushapti great bows. Although I should be running like 12, honestly. They're so freaking good. Yeah. Haggard Necromancer stroking his rod in the woods? Probably not, actually, although that would have been a good idea. But yeah, the Scrambled Egg is going to teach me a lesson here. You know, one way or the other. Heads are good. All right. So here we go. We have a... which objective is actually closer to us? Yeah, this one is probably... I guess it's equidistant on this map, so it doesn't matter. Okay. So we have the Von Chadstein Lord. I went with a build that's going to be trying to dominate the skies. So I don't know how that's going to work out, but we're going to try and dominate the skies. Right? And just get up there. We have the Von Karstein Lord. We have a Death Shriek Terrorgeist, and we have 2 Vargeist. So I'm just like... I'm like, give me the air. Give me the skies. Oh, shit. I should have brought White Kings. Oh, that's stupid. I didn't even think to bring White Kings. It would have been very good. All right. Well, it is what it is. Yeah, White Kings would have been nice. And then I'm actually trying some Vanguard shenanigans to like just grab points quickly. So we're going to try and grab these. Oh, Screen Blocker, you guys, you don't want the 1940s radio show? Okay. Don't say anything. If you say don't say anything, I'm going to see it. All right? I'm going to see it. So check out the build. Von Chadstein has Storm of the Night, and he's got Flock of Doom as well as Invo, so both are pretty good for Air Force fights. And yeah, let's see how this goes. I'm wondering if the Doggos will be good for grabbing the point quickly. And the Air Force, like, he probably went with a ground-based army, I think. So I'm trying to catch him off guard with a big Air Force. That's basically my plan. If I can, that's my only way I can beat him. He's way better at Vampire counts than I am, so I'm just going for it. We're Wild West in this shit. So let's get the dogs up on the point, grab that. And now we're going to do... The Mortis Engine is probably the next best call in here. He does have 1 goose. Oh, he's got 2 gooses, but I have 1 goose plus Von Karstein. Okay, that's interesting. All right, so let's see. What does the rest of his army entail? We have, yeah, a fair amount of junk units. So nothing too crazy. So we're going to get this, and then we're going to go grab this point. And then we'll have our Haggard Blob kind of consolidate down there. And we're going to get a Graveguard Great Weapon coming over here. I should have the Air Force advantage. like I have the double Vargeist, like, and Storm of the Night, so I should be able to bully him on the air here. All right. So yeah, Graveguard are going to start waddling over, and from here we can detach like these guys and move them to the middle, and do this, which is great. And we can do a little bit of cycle charging. His army's very slow, so I could do some freebies here maybe. All right, let's get you on here and you on here. Yeah, let's do a little bit of this, and we're going to go get a breath attack on the corpse cart too. So we just charge in. The Von Karstein Lord can go bully you a little bit. We do get that outside objective, so immediately we start to rip up some units, which is good. And the Von Chadstein Lord is going to go after the Necromancer here, although I think pulling back is going to be the play. So let's get back. Let's get back. We do beat up some of the zombies, so we need to retreat before those guys get in and cause some havoc. Let's retreat you guys back a little. And we're going to wait and see if he wants to, you know, take a hard fight versus us. All right. So yeah, he retreats, which is good. We take no damage and got some damage on him. And we do have the 2 doggos waiting on the outside, just kind of guarding that objective, which is going to be the game plan. These are all expendable units, mind you. And I could get a Flock of Doom here, but doesn't really feel worth it. So let's go after the Necromancer with these 2 units and just have some fun. All right, so we do arrive at the point. Let's get some hex rates up here. We're going to get some sneaky sneakiness, and we do get that. So we bully the Necromancer a little bit, but now we need to retreat. And the capture weight for my opponent is arriving. So can we get this goose back, or did we just blunder? I don't know. Find out on today's episode. So the goose is getting away, I think. These are zombies, so let's get 1 zombie unit to attack there. Keep the other one back. And did our goose escape? It is escaping. Okay, so it's a very, very messy fight here. Vampire count battles are typically very messy. All right, so up you go. Let's get around here. Zombies are getting nibbled down. And we do have the Graveguard Halberds arriving too. So that's going to be nice. And yeah, we took pretty insignificant damage, so that's good. So the dogs are ripping through the zombies pretty effectively, actually. And we're back up in the sky. We do have a Graveguard Halberd arriving. This point is very safe, so we're chilling here. And hopefully the Graveguard can do some work. We'll see. All right, let's drop a Flock of Doom right there. It's going to hit pretty much everything. And we're going to go and see if we can get a fight with these guys now with a Storm of the Night. So we're going to move over there. I'm going to like go tease a little bit and move this way. And you guys can keep nibbling here. All right, so now let's drop a Storm of the Night on these guys and get them here and see if we can get a big pit fight on that guy. And yeah, maybe live our best life. All right, so let's get this. Oh, shit, misclick. That was supposed to be a freaking different one there. But we do get the Storm of the Night. It's doing nice AoE damage, and the objective is being held onto by us, so that's good. And we do manage to bully them a little bit, which is great. So nothing insane, but still good damage, and now we just retreat. So we just, like, attack when we have Storm of the Night active, and when we don't, we just chill, is going to be the play. So let's move over here with our big Air Force, and you guys can just rear charge into the Spearmen here. It is a little bit dangerous, but we can kill the Spearmen very quickly with this many units. And also with the Flock of Doom, we just completely fold up this objective. All right, so we're going to pull you back, continue on this point. Blood Knights, do Blood Knights have any relevance here? Probably not. Let's get another spooky capture weight unit. And that whole objective just gets straight up folded by us, which is good. So he's going to rotate to the other one. I should have sent this spooky guy over here. Yeah, should have done that, because he's going to rotate to the other one there. But let's just kind of keep holding this breach. I think that's going to be as good as it gets. So do we have any breath attacks we want to get? Let's keep running away. Von Karstein Lord will have his shenanigans here in a minute. And the outside objective, the Graveguard Halberds will be there. We are winning on points, which is good. And the Vargeist have been able to rip apart those units, which is great. So let's just keep running. We do have invos. I don't want to take that fight. It's not a good fight for us. And the Graveguard units stand at the ready, so we're going to move them in. I don't think he has any like crazy AoEs or anything. It's just Heinrich, so... yeah, nothing too nuts. Yeah, but we do totally obliterate that objective. Those guys just get the biz. Yeah, that's great news. All right, so now we just keep the fighting on the middle, and we can potentially win, right? That's the idea. We do have some dog units. Let's get them around the back. And let's just hustle over. All right, let's follow those guys. If they want to overextend and go over here, then we will have something for them. We're going to go get some Cryptors and move them up here. Okay. Yeah, the Storm of the Night is almost active. Vargeists are freaking awesome, man. They're such a cool unit. Yeah, we do get a lot of capture weight units here. These are going to be Skeleton Spearmen. And, ooh, nice dive there. That was nasty. All right, so do we attack in? I think we do. So we can get a Flock of Doom. Get a big Flock of Doom right here. It's going to hit, like, his entire army, basically. And you guys can attack what? Yeah, just kind of keep them honest there a little bit. We do get a good dive, and the Lord here does get a decent engagement, although he kind of pops up in the air. Let's use Undeath Resurgent. And what do we got here? Yeah, a lot of Graveguard coming in, but we should be fine. Should be fine. We actually got a great isolation on this guy. You can see the 2v1 here, and I'm going to use Storm of the Night just to do damage. And the other goose is on its way over here. Okay, so that goose is coming. We can get the Dire Pack in to provide some anti-large utility. And yeah, we might actually be able to get a kill here. I don't know why this guy got up in the sky, but I'm not going to complain. I'm going to get him here. All right. So what are these? These are skeleton warriors. So we can start fighting here, and let's get you guys behind. And yeah, I don't know where to use the Vargeist right now. That's the thing I'm kind of struggling with a little bit. So let's get on those skeletons there and just chew them up. All right. So Argus was able to win its fight. Let's get back. Our Lord is in a little bit of danger on the ground, but we need to keep that grind going here. We do get a big charge and start to tear up those units. And what good units can we call over here, actually? So let's get another Cairn Wraith. I actually feel like they're doing pretty well for me here. Yeah, and those guys are just ripping it up. They're killing a lot of the chaff units. All right, so keep running. We can land on the ground and pull you in, and he can attack here. And then we can get you to attack as well. Is he going to land? I don't know if he is. Okay. So let's get back. How's this side looking? Vargeist are cutting off a lot of the reinforcements. We do have our halberds and whatnot at the ready. And yeah, a lot of units getting canned there. But what is that reinforcement unit? Okay, it's a Graveguard halberd unit. That's fine. You guys go nibble on this. And our Lord is cackling all the way to the bank. Looks like this side is pretty safe for us. So let's get over here and commit to this fight, because this is where the all-in is going to basically take place here. I think Blood Knights would actually be pretty good here. Yeah, still killing a lot of units. Let's get back. Okay, so we're waddling. You're coming over here. Dire Pack's going to be retreating. Let's get you up on the point to make sure we don't lose the capture weight. And definitely an invo on those guys would be pretty good. So we're going to do a little invo on the gooses here. So the gooses are going to come here. Let's get my goose to jump there. Cairn Racer on the way. Dire Pack needs the park. That's going to be a brutal win to death. That's about to end my whole career. Yeah, that was really, really good. Beautiful wins. So I need to get a response here. Like, we need to kill these flyers if we can. Okay, let's do this. Let's do the Undeath Resurgent. We're going to do Storm of the Night. Lock it down, and yeah, hopefully we can get it. Let's see. Where's my freaking goose, by the way? Oh my god, it's taking its... Oh, it's still on the ground. Are you kidding me? Okay, well, that's not good. That's pretty annoying. And are we going to get the kill here? Find out on today's episode. So I'm massively up on points. I could probably just Helm's Deep on the outside point here, so let's get a Mortis Engine and park it over there. So we're going to do that, and we need our goose to come in and fight. And we can also drop an Invo right here to heal up our crew, which is going to be good. Dire Pack can get in. If we take down one of his gooses, that's going to be huge, and we do end up losing on that point. But we have a Mortis Engine on the other side, and we comfortably win on 1 point here, so that's very good. And are we going to get this freaking thing? Are you serious? It's going to get away? Okay, well, let's see if it does. And Dire Pack can go hunt you down. Okay, so we're still hunting it. It's crumbling. It's withering, you know, all the goodness. And let's go get these Cryptors if we can. That's going to be a free pick right there. So we're going to get the Cryptors. We have the Mortis Engine coming out there. And what good quality units can we get there? Just need just anything at this point. Just Skeleton Spears, whatever, right? So just completely annihilating that Cryptor, which is good. So they get taken to Pound Town and basically deleted from the game. Other side, I mean, we're down in value, but I don't know. I feel like I'm not in bad shape. We need to get some Wraiths over there, too. He keeps getting away with those flyers. One of his gooses is so close to dying. So we need to just basically retreat away from this now and get to the other side. We need to just all-out hold here. Blood Knight wouldn't be necessarily a terrible pick, but we do fold up that position, which is good. So let's go. We got the Cryptors at the ready. And Cairn Race will be our next call-in, I'm thinking. We have Flock of Doom. And did our goose get away? It did. All right, so we're waddling on over, and we're going to Mortis Engine here, because we will win on 1, just barely, but we do win on 1, so that's going to be how we play this out. Okay, so Skeleton's on the way, and, you know, he's going to have to come, and I still have all my Vargeists. They're doing good. They're living their best life. All right, so we got the Mortis Engine. Could get a Corpse Cart coming in. Graveguard Halberds would be good, too. But let's get the slower unit, and then call in the faster unit later. That's going to be the play. All right. So here we go, and we do have a breath attack. Let's see if he's paying attention here. I'm going to see if he's watching. If he's not, we're going to be able to pop him in the face. Hi-ya! Oh, was he watching? Nice, he wasn't. Okay. Got him. And if only I had more Storms of the Night, but I do not. So we're going to park you guys on the objective, and park you zombies on the objective here. Keep the Mortis at bay, and yeah, now we just prepare for the Helm's Deep. This is a very cool ending. He's going to have to consolidate his army. I could do some sneaky back pushing here, but he's got Graveguard Halberds guarding it, so... That's going to be messy. Any heals I want to do? We can park you guys over the Mortis Engine to get the healing going. And you know what? Corpse Cart probably isn't a bad idea. Just get it up there and, you know, cackle on the point. The dogs can feast here. And all right. It's time, dude. It is time. So, yeah, he's coming. He's just healing. He knows he has time, so he's just playing it patient. Blood Knights, would Blood Knights be of any use here? Probably not great. Probably just getting the Graveguard and the Cairn Wraiths and stuff would be a little bit stronger. That's going to be a lot to get on. And he has to fight on my Mortis Engine, right? Granted, he has a Mortis Engine too, but we can go start farming with some of these units here and looking for freebies. So that's fine. Like, you know, any of these like isolated units, we can just go with the Vargeist and just run them down, which is going to be fine. The Gooses will most likely arise soon. So 750, we're going to have the other spooky boys here soon. These are Skeleton Warriors, which is going to be a fair amount of capture weight. Does he have any support there? He does have Crypt Horrors. A little bit dangerous, actually. I might lose models there if I do that. So, yeah, I think we should just play it safe. All right, let's get the other Graveguard Halberd coming over here. We're approaching 1,100 points. This is going to be a hard last stand, though. His army seems to be a little bit bigger and healthier than mine. So that's a little dangerous. But we do have layers and layers of things. So we're going to get the Halberd boys to defend. Actually, we can just get a spear over there. And, yeah, killing his Mortis Engine is not going to be very likely, I don't think. I don't think that's going to go super well. Okay, so the Crypt Horrors, we need to provide them with some mass here to keep these guys at bay. And now it looks like they're coming into party. So we can go charge here. Skeletons on skeletons here. Mortis Engine needs to gather in the front, which is where it's really going to matter. We got 2 Graveguards and a Corpse Cart coming over. So the Vargeist get a big charge. They're a nasty DPS unit. Vargeists are amazing. I really like them. They're super fun. All right, so the Gooses are having a goose fight. So we do get a big charge there. Let's retreat back and get our Von Chadstein Lord to be watching. Mortis Engine overextending. Gotta love it. It's just the pathing on that thing. It happens sometimes. Let's get Cairn Wraiths, move them up because they're fast and furious, and we do attack in the air a little bit. Get a little bit of damage. Now we're going to retreat back. Cool. And definitely need to use an invo on the Mortis Engine. The Mortis Engine is going to be the big breadwinner, right? That's going to be what wins or loses us the game here. All right, so let's keep the fighting going. We got the Graveguard in reserve. Corpse Guard's going to get in there and help. Graveguard Halberds onto those guys. And now we just need to see what the rock is going to be cooking here. All right, so let's attack. Are we ripping up that formation well? Looks like it. Let's get some dogs over here. We need the capture weight. Man, how does he have me on capture weight? I'm surprised. I thought I would have the capture weight here 100%. But yeah, the drain is going okay here. We actually get some damage on Heinrich. How does he have me on capture weight? Does he really have that much? Like, I feel like I have a lot more units here. But maybe these guys just need to arrive. Oh, well, hopefully they will. Jeez. But yeah, the drain is going very good, though. We're getting them pretty good there. Okay, so that unit arrives. And can we maintain the capture weight? Otherwise, it's just going to be a nasty bump and grind over here. Oh, he gets it. Really? How did he have so much? I felt like we had more. All right, so we get those units there. And we need to keep focusing, though, because we still have some schemes. In the middle, it's just going to be one unit there. So we're going to get the Fellbat. We're going to fly the Fellbat over to the middle and maybe think about some ideas. So I'm hoping we can win this grind here. I don't know how that's going to go, but we're going to try it. And let's get the Halberd unit to move to the outside. And we need to get a big Flock of Doom on his blob. That's going to be pretty gross. All right, so we get the Flock. Mortis Engine is draining a lot of units down. He's moving over there now with some troops. Those are the Konigstein Stalkers. And we can do some Wraiths too. The Wraiths are going to get there eventually, but we're going to call out some dogs to go run interference. And the Vargeists are still grinding away, but they're not providing a ton of capture weight, right? So I could have sworn I had the capture weight advantage, but yeah, you live and you learn. All right, so the Mortis Engine, we need to get it in there. It's getting very, very precarious now, because now I need to get 2 objectives, right? So that's made my job a lot harder here. Let's get you. Let's get you. It's a really good match, though, man. Really good match. Mortis Engine needs to escape, and we need to use an invo on it to keep that thing alive. It's in serious, serious danger right now. All right, so those guys have come, and we're going to use the Fellbats with the dogs to start chewing on these guys. Did the Mortis Engine survive? It did. So we can move it over this way. And now I do start to get the capture weight back. Like, I feel like the grind isn't going terribly. So let's use this. And do we start to get the killing? Here, we do. All right, so let's get the Wraiths. Move those Wraiths up. So our only chance to win is going to be, like, grabbing these 2. Let's get the Dire Pack in there, get the Mortis Engine back in these guys. And these Hounds we just need to maintain for capture weight, basically. Yeah. Heinrich, maybe we can take him down. I don't know. All right, so those zombies do get ripped up. We need to get these doggies back. And maybe we can get this point. I mean, I feel like my army's better here. We're both Mortis Engineing each other, though, pretty effectively. Yeah, let's keep going after Heinrich, see if we can get him down. If we can kill him, that's going to be a big leadership penalty to the enemy army. Ooh, he's very low, actually. Holy shit, we might be able to do something here. All right, Racer coming. He's about to catch me on points. We almost got him down, so let's keep bullying him if we can and get our spooky guy to keep chasing. Oh, my God. Oh, that's so fortunate for him. He barely got away, man. The drain continues. The drain of the gods. All right, so zombies do this. Doggos do this. And we're just going to need more Fellbats just because it's the only unit we can really summon that'll get here and make an impact. Heinrich's on the run. And we still don't have the capture weight, man. I'm surprised. I really thought we had more, but I guess we didn't. Yeah, I guess we did not. All right, so Wraiths, get it done. You go hunt down Heinrich to keep my opponent honest. I was counting on winning this fight, but if we can't win this fight, then we don't win anything here. So, yeah, so you guys get around the back. Those are going to be zombies, and we're going to get around the back of that unit here. We have the dogs here. Who let the dogs out? Feel like the grind is going good, but it's not good enough. All right, so let's keep hunting Heinrich. Collapse these zombies. Do I have anything fast I can get to that outside objective? There's a Graveguard Halberd holding it. He wins. It was a good game, though. Clearly, he knows a little bit more about vampires, but I felt like it was a close enough game that, you know, we were in it. We were in it. We were a contender, which is what matters. Okay, let's grind it out. Let's get into the Vargeist. Our Vargeists were pretty good this game. I bet you they got good value. So a lot of the zombies are getting crumbled, and Karen Race will arrive to the middle, but it's too late. We need to win this side to even have a chance here. So, yeah, Mortis Engine is doing it. Yeah, I don't know. Hard to tell if we're gonna win this fight over here eventually. I think our Vampire Lord just died in some random halberds there. And Heinrich Cackler is just running away. All right, let's do this. Let's get you over there. And the Mortis of the Gods continues its train. But it was a good game. Like, dude, mirror matches usually suck and are just miserable to watch. But that was actually, I think, pretty engaging and fun. Like, the army differences were good. You know, I think it was a neat little match there. Could have been a slog, but it was exciting. Yeah. Well, we had different build styles, right? Although he went double goose, too. My goose got 2,500. Vampire Lord, 3,500. That's really good. Vargeist, a little bit of an underperformance from them. I felt like they were great utility, though. Blood Knight's probably not good. 2,700 on the Mortis. 1,500 on his, so my Mortis Engine was more effective. GG. I'm learning counts. Super fun to play. Gluck in semis. All right, so he'll be carrying the torch of the vampire counts. He did have a lot more units on the map, but, like, we also didn't trade badly. How'd our Wraiths do, I wonder? Because he didn't have Wraiths. That was one element that I was able to get fast reinforcements with the Wraiths, which was cool. But, yeah, you know, there was a couple moments where we almost caught, you know, one of his gooses and almost killed it. So, like, maybe if we get one of his gooses earlier, we win. You know, the fact that he kept both of those alive. Yeah, I think the Winds of Death is what won him the game, too. He got, like, a super erect Winds of Death on my back objective. Which is really, really nasty. Yeah, I think that Winds of Death won him the game. That was the most clutch play. It did so much. I had like 2 elite infantry units there, and I just got wins. But yeah, Vampire's pretty fun, dude. I definitely dig him. That was cool. All right, so we are going to get ready to do the semis now. Thank you for joining tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And let's refresh this and see what's cooking here. And did we give him his point? Does he not have his Byron point? Okay, I need to do that. So let's refresh this because it could affect tiebreakers. Yeah, the Winds of Death, I think, was clutch. Flock of Doom was also very good. My Vampire Lord got 3,500 value. He was a beast. It wasn't bad at all. So yeah, decent run tonight. Some fun games. Close ones. Really close games against S-tier players. So no complaints. All right, so we got our top 4. It's Boss Toss, Scrambled Egg Special, Attack Speed Enjoyer, and Orange Pest. The Padawan. Yes. All right, so let's advance to the top 4. And top 4 time. Top 4 time. So let's see what the top 4 has in store for us. And where are we at? Okay, so that part of the tournament should be finalized now. I think maybe just if I go double goose also. If I go double goose with Von Karstein Lord, maybe I can bully his gooses, and then we can just win the SE fight. I don't know. It's hard to say. It is hard to say. So right now we have Orange Pest versus Attack Speed Enjoyer. And we have Scrambled Egg Special versus Boss Toss. Let's see which one we want to cast. So Attack Speed Enjoyer versus Orange Pest is going to be Wood Elves versus Attack Speed Enjoyer is playing what? Where are you here? Beastmen. We've seen that enough. Okay, and then we're going to do Scrambled Egg Special is going to be playing Bretonnia. Oh, okay, well that answers the question. He's such a Chad, dude. Versus Boss Toss, probably on a sweatier faction, I would guess. Lizardmen. Oh, shit. What the hell does that matchup even look like these days? Okay. Now we're working. Lobby code, give me that Bretonnia. Give me the Bretonnia, baby. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. All right. So we need to find the Boss Toss game is here. Let me tell Bastos for the lobby code. Is Bastos for scrambled, right? Lobby code, please, brother. All right. Dude, of course we got to watch Bretonnia versus Lizardmen. I don't think they have a chance. I mean, how do you kill a Shredder of Lustria with Lizardmen? Or with Bretonnia, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Bretts versus Lizards, you know, there was a weird time where like trebuchets were part of the meta. Like people were using trebs and stuff, so that was pretty neat. Okay, so they're going to get me the lobby code, and then we should be good. Let's refresh that. And here we are. Damn, dude, this tournament's been pretty fast. I mean, that's what happens when it's a smaller tournament and you have like you know, mostly experienced players playing. The games go pretty quick. Yeah, Anticity, you and me both, man. We're in the 2-2 pits tonight. Well, technically one of mine was a bye, so yeah, we'll take it. Bretonnia can win with good players. It's just not easy. Scrambled Egg is like, he likes weird factions. He plays off meta. I really am looking forward to seeing his vampire counts this weekend, though. Yeah, Luis, you can send me the Thunderbarge replay. Yeah, send it my way, man. We'll probably do FFAs after the grand finals, but yeah. Even so, I might just cast it. You know, I might just cast it. Yeah, and you've already qualified for the season finals, Anticity, so those are coming up in a week. So, well, the season ends in 1 week, and then after that, we are going to have the season finals probably like 2 weeks after that, maybe. I would say 2 to 3 weeks, sometime in that month, which is going to be good. Yeah, Skinks are really good. Skink Javelins are a great little unit, man. They get the job done. It has to be King Lewin here, right? It has to be King Lewin. Or maybe Alberic with the anti-large. Like Alberic plus like Royal Pegasus Knights or Hippogriff Knights. Not Pegasus Knights, but Hippo Knights. Maybe. I have no idea, man. It's true, William. It's true. Yeah, they're a tricky faction, but they're fun to play, man. Winning with Bretonnia feels very good. Winning with Bretonnia is definitely establishing dominance. So we're on the Runes of Arrogance. It's a newer map by Bob That Builder. Pretty standard map, fairly open field. You got one central objective and then like two objectives that are home objectives on the sides. Yeah. I think like Bretonnia, like wide peasant with Grail Relique is pretty good. Just like high leadership, sustained grinding, you know, that kind of style, but it's hard to pull off. Chameleon Stalkers get used in a couple matchups. People use them against Chaos Dwarves because apparently their precursor ammo like kills the Chaos Dwarf cannon super quickly, which is really funny. So yeah, there's some stuff. There's some weird stuff indeed. Yeah, Boss Toss, probably the Dread Saurian, right? It's so hard to deal with. I mean, I know that Scrambled probably sees it coming. But yeah, I'd be really curious. Scrambled always has these really strange profile pictures. He's got like eggs, and then there's like some creature like grabbing the eggs. I don't know what it is. It looks almost like. Let me zoom in on his picture here. Okay. Yeah, it's like some sort of a. I don't even know. He always has these strange pictures. Bob is the GOAT. Yeah, Bob's great, man. Bob is also playing in this weekend's faction war. He's playing as Lizardman, so he's a really good lizard main, Bob That Builder. Yeah. He knows what's up. Is that an Iron Dwarf? Which one? Is what an Iron Dwarf? I don't know what you're referring to, my friend. He's grabbing the eggs because he's out of eggs. Yeah, that's true. He is. He's out of the eggs. Is it Smeagol? It kind of looks like Smeagol. Yeah, it looks like Golem-esque, but when you zoom in the face, it kind of looks like it might be maybe some sort of a, I don't know, like a monkey or something. The over-under on the Bretonians winning this must be absolutely massive. Yeah, it's pretty rough. So, hasn't been played this season, so Bretonnia is 43% win rate. I mean, shit, they're doing better than the Empire right now. It's at 39%. But Bretonnia versus Lizardmen has been played 7 times this season, and it's a 43% win rate for the Bretonnia. So Lizards are, I mean, that's not enough data to really draw a conclusion. You need a lot more games, but it still gives us an inkling of it. It's a ghoul grabbing the eggs. Okay, yeah. Crypt Ghoul? Is it a Crypt Ghoul? Is that what it is? Okay. Fair play, man. Fair play. We may never know. He's a mysterious man. Oh, man. So how many of you guys have played the Kingdom Come Deliverance game? I was thinking about trying it, but I feel like it's already being covered pretty heavily in Not really my style, but is it it's an RPG, right? Does it have a lot of sandbox elements, or are you on like a very narrow story? That's like a cryptid or some creepy pasta monster. Yeah. I would say so. I could probably show it to my wife. She loves that stuff. She's the queen of all the things scary. So yeah, I mean, lizards have other options too, though. You don't even have to go Dread Saurian. You can go Saurus Spear, mix in some, Razordons or Salamanders. Kroxigor, Sacred Kroxigors are probably pretty good in this matchup too. Just like a general armor-piercing monstrous unit. I mean, that's nasty as well. Okoye played the heck out of it. Nice. It's a big commitment, though. It'll probably take you 60 hours at least to finish. Ooh, that's a lot. That is a lot. It's an arrow story elements and sandbox elements. It's kind of odd like that. Interesting. Okay, let's refresh this. So my internet better not be acting up right now. Everything look good to you guys? Looks fine here. Okay. Yeah, I just got a weird notification that my internet was being fussy, but it looks fine now. Not really the style of game for YouTube. Sounds good, man. Thank you for the feedback. All right, so it's not a Dread Saurian. It's actually going to be a spear line, javelins backing it up, high magic using Tempest, which is a really, really clever tech, actually. And then we do also have the solar engine. So it's going to be blasting some solar shots downtown, and it doesn't have the craziest AP, but over the course of a game, it can kill peasant archers and grind down the Bretonnian army. So should be fun. GLHF to these two mighty champions. Both these players playing in the faction war this weekend, this upcoming Saturday. So that is quite hype indeed. We do also have, I think we just confirmed our last player for it, which is going to be Solasora. So the defending world champion going to be playing Demons of Chaos in the faction war as well. And this is a domination faction war, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that, but we have a domination faction war. So I'm going to be finding other casters to cover different parts of the bracket. So the games are all going to go on simultaneously. So it's not going to be like previous faction wars where I cast every single game. I'm going to split the bracket into a couple parts, and I'm going to try and find casters, other people who do YouTube, to cast other parts of the bracket. And then we'll, of course, link to all their channels, and you can jump between games and kind of have a big fun experience there. Yeah, hopefully it'll be good. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in the semifinals of today's tournament. We have, who's it going to be? Oh, we are out of eggs. Yes, Scrambled Egg Special here with King Lewin. Lewin's just the raid boss. He's got Missile Resist, he has Passive Healing, Sword of Crone is S tier, and a Heaven's Mage who's going to be using Curse of the Midnight Wind and Wind Blast as well. You could cast your games out of region. You can stream your games. Go ahead. I don't care about that at all. And as long as I'm not... Yeah, it's tricky, but yeah, you can cast your games. Oh, wait, then I can't cast. You can totally do your games if you want to. That'll be fine. But just be aware that we're going to have people streaming it as well. So, yeah, Rupper Duck of War. He hasn't... I don't think he's doing YouTube anymore, unfortunately. He's retired a long time ago. The main army is going to be Spearminted Shields with Grail Relique, obviously. And we do, like I said, have the Heavens Caster and a lot of archers. So Curse of the Midnight Wind, Sword of Corone, that's minus 60 armor, right? So negative 30 armor, and Curse of the Midnight Wind is also going to be armor minus 30. So with, 6 Peasant Archers focus firing a minus 60 armor unit, I don't hate that at all. In the backside, it's going to be Skink Skirmishers here for Boss Toss, and Skink Skirmishers grabbing the objectives. The rest of the army is going to be Javelins. Solar Engine going to be dropping bombs from downtown, most likely focusing the Peasant Archers. Salamanders going to be focusing down to anything large, and we do have a Battletoad with Tempest and Apotheosis, which is a great choice. Lewin is like super meta here, and also, Hippogriff Knights I think are good against lizards. They give you a big AP unit that can beat down Kroxigors and fight bigger dinosaurs, so having a Slan Mage with Tempest I think is an incredible tech as well. So, moving on up are the Star Spears. And ladies and gentlemen, the fate of the old world is on. Who is going to win in the Pleasure Palace of Slaanesh? You got, the Kane T-posing over there, which is great. And, Dark Elves have a lot of kind of tie-in with the forces of Slaanesh, of course. So Lewin moving up. Looks like he wants to push the Skink Skirmishers, maybe bait out some ammo. As Boss Toss going to be creeping on up with his Skink Skirmishers coming here to party. Umbral Tide is there. They can definitely do some okay damage against Lewin, but with proper micro, I would assume that Scrambled Egg is going to be able to avoid most of those shots. So the Bretonnian army is halting right now, so they're not advancing up. Here they come. Peasant Bowmen are gathering in their masses and preparing to unleash their, I don't know where they dip their arrows. We don't ask those questions around here, but preparing to drop those. And what's the call-in going to be for the dinos? It looks like we do have a call-in of Sars or Temple Guard. Ooh, I love me some Temple Guard. You know, that's why we used to see trebuchets in this matchup, just to kill Temple Guard and those type of units. So, yeah, Bretonnia definitely not going to have an easy time with them. But Bretonnia does get its home objective, and I don't know, they're being very, very apprehensive with their main army. I think they're trying to stay out of Solar Engine range. I think he's trying to force the Lizards to advance up a little bit more, so then he has the home field advantage. You know, if the Lizards take the bait and move up, the Bretonnians will have a quicker Vanguard reinforcements, right? So there are elements of that that are pretty good. But Lewin, I mean, is going to get Tempested. Uh-oh, man. You better watch out. Yeah, he's going to be in some danger. Uh-oh. Does he have the Lion Shield? He didn't bring it. Ouch. So Lewin going to be eating a huge Tempest right now, and I do not think that he has the Lion Shield. That would have been a 44% mitigation against the magic and shooting damage, which would have been pretty fat. But yeah, he takes it like a champ. I mean, he takes it like a true king of Bretonnia and is going to be escaping. Lewin's leadership is pretty high, but hopefully for his sake he doesn't break. Otherwise, he's going to be losing the... yeah, if he's broken, he loses the ladies champion, which is not fun for him. So he's back, and yeah, that's one way to start the game. Truly the Bretonnian experience. Moving in and getting karate chopped by the Tempest. A lot of lizard shooting. And what is the rest of the Bretonnian army doing? Lewin has a lot of healing cap. You know, he can heal back up to pretty much full health. But why is Bretonnia being so apprehensive? Okay, now they're moving up. But they're going to yield their objective, which is going to make this very, very hard. This is going to be a hard comeback. Because now Lewin isn't there to do whatever he wants. We do see the Royal Hippogriff Knights eating some shots. And there is no healing caster for the Royal Hippo Knights as well. So, that is going to be a painful one. But the legions of peasantry march forward. Lewin going to be sitting in the back, playing very, very patiently. Capture weight here. Spearmen at arms are expendable. So battle pilgrims and foot squires are your full capture weight units for Bretonnia. The rest only have 2 capture weight. So skinks for some reason have I think 4. Yeah, we don't question the wisdom of old CA here, but yeah, the peasant bowmen they should be unleashing into the Umbral Tide. I mean, a huge blunder here. If Scrambled Egg was paying attention, he would have been able to get a lot of damage on the Umbral Tide, and he still gets a fair amount, but they are able to get away without taking too much damage. Now the Peasant Tide is coming, and are the archers going to be enough? I mean, that's a lot of archery, and I feel as if that is kind of one of the weaknesses of this Dino army. What is this Heavens Caster doing? Oh my god, it's getting crazy in here. That could have been punished pretty hard, and he missed his Wind Blast a little bit. I suspect maybe he's having some lag. For some reason, Scrambled Egg, like a lot of the tournaments he plays in like hotel rooms and stuff. I think he travels for work, would be my guess. So maybe he had a little bit of lag with that Wind Blast and like King Lewin moving up. I don't know. You know, not trying to make excuses for him, but a couple of little awkward plays there from both these lads. Okay, so the Bretonnians do secure the objective, and the archer line is cackling and moving up. That's going to be a beautiful banishment coming in, potentially getting a 2-for-1 there as the men-at-arms move forward, and the peasant archers getting shreked by those solar engines, or just solar engine back there. Yeah, 1 archer unit going to be paying the price. Peasant mobs coming in. This is really, really just like a super, super wide, haggard peasant side. With, of course, some elite units backing it up. Lewin is healed to about 40%. He is going to have plenty more healing to give. Value favored for Bostas here as he nails down the peasant bowman. And now the Bretonnians going to be making a play for objective 1. They don't have a lot of time. You know, Bretonnia is going to have to get that objective soon. If they don't, you know, they're really going to struggle to get a triple cap on the dinos. Saurus warriors are really stalwart, very, very tough to get rid of, and man, oh man, tricky stuff. So peasants do get nailed over here, but yeah, you know, not Bostas, but Scrambled Egg had pretty much perfect micro in my games. He didn't make too many mistakes. He didn't seem to be lagging in those, so maybe it's just something that's kicking in. I don't know, just conspiracy theories, really tinfoil hat. Lizard's also going to be pressing in, getting their javelins, preparing to battle against the men-at-arm blobs here, and Solar Engine missing once again. And now begins the firepower. So shooting into the red-crested skinks is uber cost-effective. If you can get those archers online there, that's going to be very nice. And the archers are being pretty menacing for sure. I mean, they're really threatening a lot of the lizard army and forcing them onto a very defensive posture. Solar Engine shot, direct hit onto the peasant bowman here. And what is the next call-in going to be? Probably an unsummon on these archers would be a power play. We do get some questing knights, so not much here is good against questing knights with the exception of the Sar Spears, although I guess the red-crested skinks are pretty good too. Peasant mob's going to be saturating in, archers wasting into some of these units here. Definitely want to get them onto the Sar Spears if you can. The spear units are going to be a little bit more precarious. And now we get Coldwood Knights being called out. Coldwood Knights very, very meta in this matchup. Excellent anti-large cap unit, so they will be able to poke and get her done. Get her done. And the hordes are moving up. So Lewin, beat up, very cautious because of Tempest. Probably the play is to use Lewin to go after the weak side. So you use Lewin away from the Tempest caster, and that way he can generate value there. So the Bretonnians are committing to the fight. We do get the red-crested skinks against peasants, and they also get flank charged by the glorious Bretonnian cavalry. That's going to be a lot of damage, for sure. You can see the damage adding up here, but if they get surrounded by spears, it's going to be pretty ugly. So the Questing Knights retreat back almost immediately, getting hit with the Blood Statuette of Spite as well. Archer's shooting into the red-crested skinks, and Louis is bullying some units over here. So he's just going after the skinks with the Royal Hippos. Staying away from the big old scary Slan is a brilliant idea. And we do also get some fast cav coming in. Not fast cav, just Questing Knights, who are actually not slow. But they're able to wreck some of the skink cohorts as well. So good value, grabs by Bretonnia here, but winning on this side is not going to be easy. We do see some foul magic coming in as the Questing Knights are sent back to the Shadow Realm by a lot of focus fire. Another banishment going down to the peasants there, so they're hurting pretty bad here. But the Bretonnians for sure will probably lose this fight on the objective. But, if they can keep them occupied while Lewin and the other assets over here continue to get decent picks, there's an opportunity for a back cap, but not going to be easy. And it looks like Bretonnia is sounding the horn. The Clarion horn has been sounded, and the hordes of Bretonnia march forth. They're going to be trying to take some ground, cycle charging with the Questing Knights here. Archers pulling back. The Bretonnian lines will be held stalwart by the Grail Relique here. So the Grail Relique is going to be giving a huge leadership buff and ITB buff to the peasants, which is going to allow them to fight beyond their natural lives. Spear is hard to deal with. Definitely need either trebuchets and or archers to bring them down. I mean, if they're not braced, you can charge them reasonably well. And it looks like Scrambled is maybe going to be moving in for a charge, which is pretty dodgy. Yeah, he pulls back, realizing, there's a Cold One Rider there. Solar Engine has been pretty missed this game. It's only gotten 400 value, and it's been shooting the entire time, which is very tough. But yeah, the Bretonnian grind, that's just what they're doing. They're just rubbing the filthy peasants into the blobs here. We do see the lizards' spears overextending a little bit, but the archers can simply turn around and shoot. And now we get some Royal Pegasus Knights, or just regular Pegasus Knights. Interesting. Probably to hunt down the Umbral Tide, which isn't a bad idea, but they're just going to get Tempested. So really, really nice play by Bostos. Bostos has been on an absolute tear this season. I believe he's top 5 players in the world. Scrambled Egg, I think, is in top 8 too. But he's also playing Bretonnia, so that's going to set him back a little bit. But he does get hit by a Tempest, and those Pegasus Knights really pay the price, eating those anti-large shots. And where, oh where, are the Hippos going to go? Men-at-Arms still fighting good. The good fight is in there. Archers are mostly online. We do have at least 4 archers, 5 archers that are functional, so Scrambled Egg definitely needs to find a way to get those bad boys back online. And now the Royal Pegasus Knights have found an angle. They're actually hunting down the Umbral Tide effectively. Lewin going for a fight against the Battletoad, but he's going to be drawing the ire of the Cold One Riders here, but also allowing the Pegasus Knights to then feast on the Umbral Tide potentially. And where are the Hippogriff Knights going to go? They're going to be diving into the Cold One Spear Riders or into the Umbral Tide. Okay, nice pick there. One of the first good grabs for Bretonnia this game, but they're rapidly running out of time to win on the points, right? The Lizards have had the objectives for a long time. We do see some Mounted Yeomen coming in the side, and the Umbral Tide gets folded up. So, Scrambled is playing very well, but I feel as if he might be able to get Objective 1. He's starting to creep back in value. 35 against 4.0 is pretty good. So he's probably even ahead on value a little bit, which is impressive. But, is he going to have time to get all the objectives, right? It's going to be very difficult to wrestle that one. Another Tempest, but it's just on Lewin, which isn't that devastating. As long as there's not, follow-up fire, Lewin is going to be cackling. And, yeah, we do see the Cold One Spear Riders losing to the 2 anti-large units and the Yeomen. So they're going to be folding up here. More Yeomen running down these units on the side, and more Mounted Yeomen on the other side as well. As we do see Velociraptor Cap being called in, King Lewin is going to be stabilizing. And the Bretonnians are slowly pushing the Lizards off the objective. Feral Cold One's folding up here. A lot of Bretonnians, a lot of bodies on the battlefield. But like I said, 1150 points, Just goes to show that in the hands of a good player, Bretonnia can scrap with, good factions. But it's not easy and requires a lot of finesse, man. A lot of finesse. So big commitment right here. And the objective is going to be flipping to Bretonnia, ladies and gentlemen. The Peasant Tide continues on. Will Scrambled Egg Special have enough time to wrestle the home objective, though, from the dinosaurs? Because he is going to need to do that. He does get the objective here. He also wins the fight on the outside, guys. And now we do see 1 victory ticket per second. So it's going to be about 1,200 points here for Boss Toss. So it's going to be, a handful of minutes before he's able to get there. We do see Sword of Crone activated, and the Mounted Yeoman going to be left in the fight. Pretty cost-effective. Puts the Feral Cold Ones down to a low amount of armor. And the Bretonnian Tide is now going to be advancing up as we do see a column of Questing Knights on the outside. The Stegodon poking forward. And it is going to be very much a Helm's Deep opportunity here for the Dinos, which, we'll see. Boss Toss was definitely a little bit more aggressive on the objectives in the beginning, which makes sense. He had the army for it. The Bretonnians did have a wide peasant side, but that goes to show maybe relinquishing his home objective, could in a very close game cost him. We'll have to see. Complete fold up here, though. The Dinos actually do get folded up by the Bretonnian Cav and the Pegasus Knights. Cool usage. Tempest from the Slan. The Slan is trying to cast it, but Lewin is able to get away there. And, yeah, Lizards don't have a lot. Value is even-ish, but it's probably better for the Bretonnians because of the fact that most of that value, or not most of it, but a substantial, over 1,000 of it is on King Lewin, and he's still very much functional in the battlefield, right? So Yeah, we do see the old battle Bastillodon moving up. Questing Knights get the kill there, and Lizards don't have anything really on the point. So probably just going to be spamming out chaff units. Lewin really needs to stay alive to make sure that the Terror Route is going to be on the table. And we do see Colossadon Hunters, or is it Umbral Tide? Yeah, Colossadon Hunters right there. A very, very good, nasty unit. They have hard punch against big targets. But the Bretonnian Archer Corps, yeah, very much alive, very blobbed up. That can happen in the late game, but that's a lot of Archer firepower. Questing Knight's doing some work. 1,300 points approaching, and is Bretonnia going to pull off an upset? That would be insane. Really, really nice Tempest there. Once again, Boss Toss incredibly on point with his magic usage here. As the King of Bretonnia battles it out versus the Star Spears, his Questing Knights and his peasants are going to get folded up here, so probably going to have to retreat from this fight. I think this is going to be a victory for the Colossadon Hunters. And now we do see the Royal Hippogriff Knights move again, trying to hunt down the Battletoad here, put a little bit of pressure on. But immediately, Boss Toss is going to be responding with a Colossadon Hunter call-in, who do get hit with the Curse of the Midnight Wind. Definitely focusing some archers here would be good. We do also have some idle Bretonians who need to be moved up towards the objective. You know, time is not on the Bretonian side, so mistakes cannot really be, you can't afford them. These units need to move. Questing Knights are coming up. That is a fair amount of capture weight, and Bretonnia can reinforce pretty hard with their cavalry. In the back, we do have a Men-at-Arm coming in. Lewin is able to escape, and man, this idling here is potentially game losing. In a close match like this, that you can't afford to do that, right? Those units need to move up. So more Men-at-Arms are going to be getting up to the point. Louis is on his way. Peasant Archers are still wasting into the position. We do have 1350 points here, as we do see the Lizards on the back foot. Questing Knights retreating away, luring the Colden Knights to their demise. Spears are moving up. Halberd's going to be battling the Bastillodon, and now it looks like he is paying attention and does get these units active. Archer's going to be shooting into the Star Spears here and holding down that point as we have more Men-at-Arms arriving. And does Bretonnia have any fast cav coming in? So we're going to be approaching 1,400 points here as Louis is just kind of putting the moves on these Colossadon Hunters, but he does get caught there for a second. So that is going to be hurting. Questing Knights definitely going to be excellent at knocking off these like lower tier units. Meanwhile, the Grail Relique engaging against Skink Skirmishers. That is a lot of Bretonians heading to the point, guys. Over here, Lewin is battling versus the Colossadons. Probably want to run this way and lure them into the Archer fire if you can. And the capture weight starts to flip for Bretonnia. Okay, then goes back to the Dinos almost immediately, but that is still a very dangerous omen here for the Dinos, who Boss Toss is sitting on 1,700 resources. He must not have a lot to summon in for some reason. Skink cohorts with Javelins are on their way. Halberd's battling it out here. Lewin does lure those units through, and the Questing Knights are going to be trying to run interference and defeat the Colden Spear Riders. Maybe going to be able to, and the capture weight does start to flip. Lewin can come in, provide some terror routes. 1,400 points, guys. He doesn't have too much time. This objective being threatened as well as the Colossadon Hunters rip through a lot of these units. We do see a Skink Skirmisher move again. Men-at-Arms with polearms could also fight them there. But I think that it's going to be enough for the Dinos. Or, I mean, man, if these Cold Ones get folded up here and then these units move in, but the problem is the Skinks are coming with Colden Riders. That's going to be a lot of capture weight moving in. And these the cohort of Sotek is super Chad here. Those guys are going to be very tough to drag down. But very cool game between these off-meta factions. Just goes to show that, you know, you can still do it even with the Haggard faction. This is an incredibly close game, right? And Lizards are considered to be pretty competitive. They're not a bad faction at all. I would say they're a competitive faction. That's going to be GG, though. The Colden Spear Riders arrive, and also the Skink cohorts. Lewin going to be skewered by these Javelins. Certainly will do a fair amount of damage against him. Yeah, not a lot. His armor will mitigate some of that, but he does get back up in the sky, and that's going to be all she wrote. So Bretonnia, if they had been, you know, a little bit earlier on that success, they could have won on just the two objectives, but he took too long and, you know, sat on the defense for too long. And that was it. GG, well played. Not that that was the wrong decision. You know, I think the way he played was fine. Scrambled Egg played like an absolute beast, playing an underdog faction. Lewin being held to 680 value, though, is pretty MLG. And Hippogriff Knights did good, but Tempest was just S tier there. That Tempest was what won Boss Toss the game. He punished all the big expensive assets of Bretonnia over and over. And yeah, had a pretty good run of it, man. Golden Spear Riders, of course, performing well. Temple Guard, only 109 value on Temple Guard. GG, well played. All right, so now it is time for the grand finals. So let's get this and see who's going to be there. Is it going to be... All right. Very yes. And let's go ahead and get Boss Toss in here and see who won on the other side. Okay. Beastmen are definitely favored against Wood Elves in my opinion. So I would assume on the other side, we'll see. Yeah, Orange Pest was defeated by Attack Speed Enjoyer, so Attack Speed Enjoyer is going to be here. And we have Boss Toss versus Attack Speed Enjoyer in the grand finals. And where are we going to go? What's it going to be? It will be Boss Toss on Skaven in the Grand Finals. And Attack Speed Enjoyer on Bretonnia. Oh my god, a Bretonnia. There was like 3 people who picked Bretonnia in the finals tonight. Dude, we gotta... All right, Bretonnia's not out, baby. They're still going strong. So what's the Grand Final map? I mean, I don't know who to root for here. This is a super fun matchup. It's basically just human vermin versus versus actual vermin. The time warp temple guard. Yeah, there was that had a brief moment in the sun back in the day. Imperial Road is a fun map. A really, really good map. I like it a lot. I think it was made by Sleepy Lion made that one. Okay. All right, guys. This is for all the marbles. Here we go. Let's get it. Let's have some fun. You're just a rat in a cage. I know we've all been there, dude. Actually, I like Smashing Pumpkins a lot. I think they're... I would put Smashing Pumpkins in my top 10. I really like them. Yeah, I really like them a lot. For my top 10, yeah. They have a couple songs that are just great. 1979 is super good. I really like the song called Mayonnaise by Smashing Pumpkins. Sounds really, really good as well. Yeah. They did, they had some like really... Like, I like the, whatever their guitar is tuned to, I really like that sound. And then also they add, like, in their 90s, a lot of their 90s music, they added a lot of, like, synth to their songs. It's kind of cool, like, synth and, like, electronic bass, which was very fun. Yeah, it's going to be good. Boss Toss on Skaven and Attack Speed Enjoyer on the Chad Bretonians. So are we going to be seeing back-to-back Bretonian L's? You think so? You think so, boy? Attack Speed Enjoyer is very good. Boss Toss is a menace as well, though. He's extremely good. Let's see where they're ranked right now. So the season is getting pretty close to coming to an end. And let's switch over here and look. So Oishi number 1. Boss Toss is ranked number 2. He's an Ash number 3. Via number 4. Outer Region number 5. Scrambled Egg at rank 6, Anticity at rank 7, Opal Black Bear, Alexander Ulrich, Navigator, Martin, Roosto, Butcherbird, Housecat, and Hitman Hippo right now. So yeah, pretty strong top 16. That would make for a really good final. I have to admit, it's very weird not seeing Tim the Wilder here. I just think he's not been as active lately. But I bet you in the next week we're going to see Tim the Wilder in the top 16. I bet you he's going to grind some tournaments and try and get there because like he always wants to play in the big tournaments. Maybe he's just been busy IRL, but. Yeah, we will see. Yeah, Attack Speed Enjoyer is very good. Is Skeleton Warrior plus Ushapti spam good way to overwhelm? Yeah, it's very strong. Ushapti plus Chaff is very powerful. Yeah. Anticity has been crushing it lately in tournaments he has. And like, I'm surprised he shook off the rust so hard. But you have to remember, Anticity has like high-level RTS micro. And that's the same thing with like Orange Pest. Like he's just learned. He never even played competitive Total War, but he's already getting to the top 4 of tournaments because he's the number 1 co-player in the world in RTS. And if you have those like fundamentals like of just high micro on your units, it really can carry you pretty hard. And even if you're rusty on the meta, you can get back into things and win games just off super good micro as well. So yeah, he has that too. Anticity has like S tier micro. Yeah. All right. It is time, ladies and gentlemen. Skaven versus Bretonnia, the ultimate grand finals. The fate of the old world to be decided. Will the King of Bretonnia fend off the stinky rats? Anticity says, I've been getting matches versus people I messaged. It lasts in 2020, so much rust. Yeah. Yeah, but your micro and just natural skill in the game makes up for it. You also have really good mechanical knowledge of how things work in Total War, like understandings of mechanics, which is really valuable. I don't really have that as much. Yeah, so you're definitely a Dark Lord, dude. I don't know. What is your favorite unit in Anticity nowadays? Would it be the dreaded Hellstrider of Slanesh? He's secretly Void Laws now. I don't think so. Yeah. So there was a drastic drop in when like talking about some of the players. You brought up some names of people in the past who were involved in shady smurfing schemes and whatnot, but we managed to get rid of that mostly by taking money out of the weekly tournaments, and then all the money is backloaded onto the grand finals. So instead of like having $50 prize here, it's just backloaded in the grand finals, which is I think a much better format. Yeah, Cav is fun. Yeah, dude, I noticed in all the games I've been casting of yours, you're just going like apeshit with like Centigores and Kislev Cav, and it's really interesting to see. Because I don't have the micro for that. Like, I can't play that playstyle. I'm more of like an Unga Bunga infantry enjoyer. Yeah, your style is very fun to watch. All right, guys, so taking a look at the forces of Bastos. Bastos, this is very off-meta Skaven, I would say, because normally Skaven have like 1 million clan rat spears, and like they have more infantry than this, but only 14 units in Bastos' army to attack speeds 18. So chaff-centric front line, clan rat spears, ogres defend off Bretonnian cav, and the freaking avalanche mortars, by the way. So Ikit Claw on the Doom Wheel is probably the most meta and powerful choice. He does have Flensing Rune, which is disgusting and does a ton of damage, and Storm Demon is also very good. So I like that a lot. But yeah, like the Skaven army might be a little bit vulnerable to being swarmed. Like if Attack Speed Enjoyer like really goes pedal to the metal and gets like 6 cav units out and just envelops it, it could be a big problem. So yes, we do have King Lewin moving across. On the outside, Knights of the Realm are coming in, and the old legions of Bretonnia march. So his army is just men-at-arms, Chaff, Grail Relique, Flock of Doomcaster is very meta as well for Bretonnia these days. That's probably the most common way you see Bretonnia. Plague Penguin is one of the best Bretonnian players in the world. He's also playing Bretonnia in the faction war this coming weekend. Plague Penguin. Blood Penguin also. He goes by 2 names. But he is going to be most likely bringing Lewin and Flock of Doom in, like, I would say 60% of his games. It's very, very good. It's very, very good. Look at all these show-offs trying to get a finals win with Bretonnia. All right, so yeah, it's just some war crimes going on here as the men-at-arms are nuked by the avalanche mortars. But the great part is this unit only costs like 200-something gold, or 325 gold, whatever it is. So it's not the end of the world. It still sucks, you're getting your units one by one obliterated. But Lewin's probably going to go over there and try and disrupt those if he can. And to the back, we do get more peasants coming in. So I think that Bretonnia is going to be using the face-to-foot style and just like sacrificing waves and waves of peasants to the chemical weapons of the Skaven. So King Lewin with Flock of Doom back here gets a really nice catch. He is going to be nailing the Avalanche or the Poison Wind Globadiers and also several Clan Rat units as we do get Battle Pilgrims moving in. And oh, an ambush from the high ground. I didn't notice that. So Knights of the Realm come out of the tree line on this map, some decent opportunity for flanking. And they do get on top of the Avalanche Mortars. So probably not a terrible sacrifice, but they are going to be moving away. And the Avalanche Mortars do get taken offline temporarily as another Flock of Doom is activated, ladies and gentlemen. So there it is. And we do see the men-at-arms and, yeah, actually pushing back the Vermintide a little bit. All right, so King Louis and the boys getting some work done as men-at-arms with polearms do cruise up here. Flensing Rune activated. Now, Flensing Rune does really good damage against SEs. Its damage against non-SEs is okay, but really it shines at sniping enemy characters. But Lewin does have good, natural resistances with, like, ward save and things like that, so he can tank it pretty well. And the Knights of the Realm are outmaneuvering the Skaven army, so he loops around and charges the Avalanche Mortars again. Meanwhile, in the backfield, we do get some Knights of the Realm battling it out versus the Packmaster, who I forgot to talk about in the beginning, but a decent little like anti-SE character there. So Bretonnia cackling up on the objective now with their Battle Pilgrims and their staying power. King Lewin with his Knights of the Realm trying to break through the Clan Rat Spears in the front. And we are going to be seeing a Brass Orb activated, so the Skaven with some foul witchcraft there, going to be nailing a bunch of those units. And the Avalanche Mortars with a huge KO shot. So really, I think if Attack Speed Enjoyer can keep the Avalanche Mortars offline and then just keep the Mantide coming in, just waves of unwashed peasant bodies, he'll be in a pretty good shape. But if the Avalanche Mortars are allowed to shoot and get back online, could be like a just absolutely game-changing situation. So polearms are arriving, Battle Pilgrims and company here getting nailed by the Poison Wind Globadiers. And King Louis is actually trying to bully Ikit Claw, which is a good idea. If Ikit dies, Skaven are one of the factions that probably suffer the most when their lord dies in the game. So I think Skaven and Greenskins are probably some of the most susceptible to their lords dying. Undead obviously suffer too because of the crumbling mechanic, but really depends. But I think Greenskins and Skaven have the most stark, like, oh my god, my entire army is now running, when that happens. So Louis diving in, more Knights of the Realm coming from the high ground, running down the Skaven slaves and heading for the Avalanche Mortars. But Lewin is doing a good job staying on point here. But I really like the Packmaster usage. Packmasters are something I like to use with Skaven as well. When you're dealing with like big SE characters, they can't like win 1v1, but like if the SE is attacking something else in your army, it's a really good like nibble on your back. But we do see the Avalanche Mortars get terrified and run down by the Bretonnian Knights from the high ground. Objective here is flipping potentially to the Skaven, but the Bretonnian staying power will be better. We have the Big Terror, we have the Grail Relique here providing support, and the Flock of Dooms are going to be really, really nasty as Lewin makes his way back into the army and does get a good attack here. And is this Skaven back objective in some danger? Some haggard, unwashed peasants here are going to be moving up and potentially getting rear flanked, right? So those are Guandos, who will not want to grind with these infantry and potentially an opportunity for Knights of the Realm to flank them. But yeah, still, it's distracting some good units here. So now we do see the Globadiers being hunted down by the chivalrous sons and daughters of Bretonnia. Well, just sons in this case. The ladies are usually the powerful magic casters in Bretonnia. As we do see the Poison Wing Globes get caught in melee by filthy peasant mobs, and the objective in the middle is going to be in flux. It's going back and forth, but it looks like Bretonnia is going to be holding on to it. The Skaven army obviously not going to be as stalwart. Although the Grail Relic, is it still in line? It is. The Grail Relic positioning needs to be improved a little bit. Move that up to the fight to make sure your boys are holding. But now what we're starting to see is chaos in the Skaven ranks. And I don't mean it in the Dark Gods fashion. I mean, the Skaven army is very disorderly, which is when Bretonnia starts to feast. Because the Cav are going to be able to start isolating Rat Ogres, right? And Knights of the Realm are just going to give the business against Rat Ogres. Their anti-large bonus will really, really tear through them. But the Packmaster is able to force those bad boys back. Granted, they probably could have stayed in combat. Granted, cycle charging is always very good. So is this going to be the dreaded Bretonnia in a grand final victory? That would be very, very interesting. I don't know. I feel in this matchup, typically, it's favored for Skaven. I feel like you just go like a massive brick of like mass clan rats with spears, maybe 1 or 2 storm vermin mixed in, and natty boobo sharpshooters, and you could just win. But I don't know, man. Attack speed enjoyers putting on quite a clinic here, although the middle objective is being contested. And Lewin is a little bit low as well. Currently looking at the points, very, very close game. It does not look like it's going to be decided as much by the points. It's close enough. I think it's going to be more like, whoever gets the value advantage. Lewin does manage to get away. And once again, the Mounted Yeomen move again to break the Skaven formation. Collins here. We do have Men-at-Arms and Men-at-Arm Polearms back there coming into party. And the back objective is currently owned by the Skaven. So the Bretonnian back dive did not work out super well. Oh man, what a big dive here. Attack speed enjoyer maybe over chasing a little bit. He definitely needs his capture weight back here. Bretonnia is holding on to the middle objective, but it's being contested, man. Mounted Yeoman here. Storm Demon. No, that was not Storm Demon. I think that was just the Doomwheel regular shot right there. Yeah, but this is nasty. The Bretonnians are like patrolling the backfield of the Skaven and keeping the reinforcements from getting in. And the Grail Relic is just so cost effective in this situation, guys. We do see the Grail Relic just keeping these Bretonnians in the fight. And the Holy Wardens, these guys never hear the bell. Well, they do. They're not as fanatical as like Flagellants, but they're in the ballpark. But yeah, they're going to be able to fight. And we do see Storm Vermin Halberds in there from Bostas. So a little bit of armor sustainability from Skaven, but Lewin is probably going to be able to come in and terror out them, I would imagine. So probably some housekeeping needs to be done, some unsummons. Yeoman Archer is also being activated, and we do see the dreaded Avalanche Mortars back. Avalanche Mortars are back online. And even with just a couple models, they can be menacing, but they've been held to 800 value this game, which is really, really devastating for such an expensive unit. And the Night Runners get run down by the old Knights of the Realm. So the Cab Micro from Attack Speed Enjoyer has been very, very good here. And on the objective, we do see Ikit Claw trying to pull through as he does get run down by some of the Cab here. The defenders of Fleur de Lis. And another beautiful Flock of Doom, by the way. Flock of Dooms have just been absolutely S tier here. But Bretonnia with a firm hold. I mean, if Bretonnia just starts spamming in capture weight, like Battle Pilgrims, I think they can win the game on points. The value trading is like, yeah, stay favoring boss toss, but remember, a lot of it's on Lewin, and Lewin has a lot of healing, so it's a much closer game than you would expect. And the Ogre Battalion is on the way in. If you bring Lewin up and around the back and then charge him with like one light cav unit, you're probably able to get the kill right there. Also, the Mounted Yeoman Archers will provide 8 capture weight on the objective and good damage against the light armor. Not like good, but like, respectable damage. It's not like they're a good horse archer unit, but they tried their best. So, dude, that Grail Relic is just holding it together, though. Like, these haggard Bretonnian chaff units are just refusing to leave the objective. So I actually think the Flensing Rune on the Grail Relic is not a bad idea. Getting rid of that thing and breaking the leadership on the objective would be very, very strong. And for Bretonnia, they probably just want to hold the objectives as long as they can and try and just win on the back point. I think that's going to be the option here. But we do see all the Bretonnian cab moving in, the Mounted Yeoman Archers. The mobility, very, very, crazy light cab play here. Can provide 8 capture weight on the objective, so probably parking them there. You really don't want to lose this to the Skaven. It's not going to be easy to reclaim. Battle Pilgrims and their dreaded pencil formation they gonna get there? They do, but the Yeomen don't want to commit to the fight. They don't want to die on the objective, which completely makes sense because Attack Speed Enjoyer has a lot of time left to fight for the points. He doesn't need to rush this. He's ahead on points. He has cushion. It's not like an all-in situation, and Lewin should be able to handle these haggard Poison Wing Globes. Granted, they are going to get some salvos off here, so we'll have to see. Pilgrims versus Rat Ogres, and the Yeoman Archers are back online, so we do have them here, here, and here, so they should be able to put some firepower down, but you still have some Knights of the Realm. Would be excellent against the Ogres as well. Lewin in the back doing a little bit of diving here. Bostas has managed to kind of rat claw his way back into the game. He's gotten his little tiny rat claw, and he's been able to scrap his way back, so he's going pretty hard on the paint here. High ground, we do have the defenders of Fleur de Lis move again, so they're going to be couching their lances for the lady. Glorious stuff. And the Storm Vermin going to be surging forth, but those couched lances care not for the tiny rat people. and they will be able to get in and probably punt some of those guys. Granted, not a ton of damage, but, you know, they do actually fold up the Stormvermin and shatter them and shut down the Globadiers for a moment. Pegasus Knights called in. Good usage. I think they'll be nice against a lot of the units on the battlefield. Ikit Claw is very low, too. If Ikit just gets, you know, 1-2 punched by Lewin, just a straight left jab to the face and routed off the battlefield, I mean, that's GG, right? If the Skaven lose their Lord in a tight game like this, the leadership is very low on the Skaven. 32 here, 23 here. You know, pretty low leadership on a lot of their units. Lewin coming in with the steel chair. Is he going to get the break? If he breaks Ikit Claw, if he runs, then the Yeoman will probably be able to chase him down. So Lewin going to be forced back. Ikit Claw barely stabilizing. We do see the Pegasus Knights retreating from the Ogres for some reason. They could have probably stayed there. But 17 leadership, Ikit Claw is able to stabilize. Flock of Doomcaster still in line. Really good Cleansing Rune there. Very nice cast. I mean, Lewin is getting into the danger zone as well, but he's certainly going to be a little bit more comfortable. As the Yeomen do move up and the Ogres are going to get cycle charged over here, definitely just getting Ikit Claw offline, I think, is the win con. But the Chad Pegasus Knights, so we've seen Pegasus Knights getting used a little bit, and they are able to run in and run down these Ogres. So not bad at all. And from there, you know, they have other good targets. You know, isolated Doom Flayers, isolated Ogres on the battlefield. Looks like there was another Flock of Doom here. And yeah, Louis, he wants blood. Flock of Doom on Ikit Claw. I mean, look, it's not much damage, but every little morsel of damage you can get on Ikit Claw is big. He's at 8 leadership right now, guys. He's at freaking 8. Super, super close, man. Super close. We do see Flayers moving over here, and the Pegasus Knight's going to be hunting him down. Lewin is just overhead like a vulture, just waiting for an opportunity to get on Ikit Claw. But the points are getting close, and obviously Skaven would win comfortably on just these points right now. And we have Stormvermin and Halberds coming to the middle, which aren't going to be easy to deal with the current army we see for Bretonnia. Although leadership breaking them probably would be your best bet. On the backside, we see the Damsel of Beasts. What can she do? Does she have Winds of Magic left? Flock of Doom definitely would be very good against the Stormvermin. So Lewin gets in. Ikit Claw does get tagged, guys, and he's probably going to break here. Probably going to break. -2 leadership, and oh boy, that's going to change the dynamic of this game, guys. And you can chase him off with the Mounted Yeoman Archers, just have them escort. But yeah, he is broken. You got to make sure he gets broken, though, if you're playing Bretonnia. So Pegasus Knight's going to be chasing him down, -20 leadership. And now it's going to be a big terror route situation, because with Ikit gone, the opportunity for terror routes with King Lewin coming in for an Alpha Strike is going to be crazy. We do see a massive horde of men-at-arms coming in, so just chaff-centric units, and the escort of Ikit Claw is imminent. The Pegasus Knights are overhead, and we do see Boss Toss attempting to rally, you know, providing some support on the ground. Maybe he'll rally, but I doubt it. It's 100% worth it to just throw those Pegasus Knights on Ikit and just chase him into the Shadow Realm. Like, that is uber important. Lewin getting bullied a little bit by the Packmaster, but the Packmaster, guys, is sitting at 35 leadership, right? When Ikit flees, that's going to be -16. I mean, he could just get routed at, like, almost full health. That's what's crazy about the Skaven. Really good at swarming. Pretty cost-effective units for the price point, but leadership is very much an issue. So, yeah, Ikit is going to get killed. And now Lewin, you know, he's got to work for this point, man. Skaven actually going for the back cap here. I really like that. That's a great play by Boss Toss. It doesn't seem like Bretonnia is super prepared for this. He's going to need to come, and if he loses that back objective, he's going to lose the game. He cannot lose that back objective. And Pegasus Knights, Lewin has survived, of course, and Ikit Claw is scored off the edge of the battlefield, shattered. So Pegasus Knight's going to come back in, but he's got to hurry on these points, man. We do see a big charge. Stormvermin need a massive charge from the Knights of the Realm, and they weren't braced. But the Rats with the back objective grab, dude, so freaking clutch. So this is very much a triple cap situation for Bretonnia now. They're going to have to get all 3 objectives. We do see some troops coming in, some men-at-arms from the high ground. Pegasus Knight's going to be on their way in. And Boss Toss, because of this like one clutch maneuver, might be able to actually win this game. I actually thought he was going to lose it when Ikit ran, but the maneuver on the back objective, like a lot of players would have just panicked and pulled back, but he just went for it. He saw the opportunity, and he's honestly got a pretty good fighting core here that Bretonnia might actually struggle to deal with. So in the middle, Bretonnia is going to be grabbing the point, probably. We do see the Knights of the Realm rear charging into the Stormvermin, doing some respectable damage, but the issue is more going to be a terror route. Stormvermin are sitting at 34 leadership, or 8 leadership now, and like Lewin just comes in and boom, like Stormvermin are just running, right? That is the Skaven problem when you're, you know, in this situation here. So pulling back, and we do see some more men-at-arms and polearms coming up. The back objective is going to be a little bit tougher to get, but Bretonnia steamrolls the Skaven off this point with the leadership issues, right? Absolute steamroll. Man, I can't tell you how many times I've been in like a quote-unquote winning position with Skaven only to have my leadership fail when I throw my Lord. And I don't think that Boss House threw his Lord by any means. I just think that Bretonnia did a good job hunting it. Like, he played his Lord totally fine. So surrounds are coming in, and the capture weight of Bretonnia is swarming, but we are approaching 1,300 points as they do manage to get this. The Rat Ogre is going to be hanging out on the back objective. Doomflayer is breaking. Like, everything is running into huge leadership problems. And Bretonnia is just going to have to start spamming Knights of the Realm and fast cav to that back objective. So home point still is in flux here. We do see peasants being run over by literally a lawnmower, which is pretty devastating. And where are the battle pilgrims going to go? Are they going to start heading to that back objective? I think the Skaven probably clutch this on their back point, especially if Bastos, I mean, he could save and resummon Ikit Claw, but losing that back objective was really, really rough. That was a great play. And, you know, good decision making. That's a big aspect of domination mode. And probably the biggest learning curve for coming over, people who come over from land battle is like the decision making pertaining to objectives. It's a big skill set for sure. But Skaven are going to be holding that back point pretty well. Lewin's going to come in and get a mass terror out on these guys, and we do see the fast cav coming in, so the mounted yeoman going to be heading to the back point. But basically no chances in my opinion. I think we see a Storm Vermin unit. I mean, Lewin's going to take like a minute to fly over there anyways, and they still haven't gotten this back objective back. That's really tough. But the Skaven do get folded back here. There's going to be one last hoorah at it, but I really don't see it happening. We do see some Storm Vermin coming in to contest the middle, which is really, really good. So the Bretonnians can move up and fight that. And yeah, now it's just an all-in to the back point. We see the Pegasus Knights flying over, the Yeoman flying over. He's got like a minute, dude. He's got 1 minute to get this point. Lewin will probably arrive there with like one last desperate attempt. We do see Yeoman coming out of the back point to swarm over there. And but those ogres, I mean, they are only base leadership 41 right now. That's pretty rough for them. Maybe Terror is going to get the job done. Yeoman coming over. Pegasus Knights will also counter them, but there is a healthy unit, and that's going to be a tap out. Clan Wars gets the victory. Skaven with the tournament win, but a glorious game, by the way. That was such a good fight. I don't think he had time to get the point. I think that was the right, you know, tapping out there was fine, but there was such a back and forth game. It just, that back objective getting captured, that was it. If that back objective had been preemptively enforced, then I think that's an easy win for Bretonnia there in the end game. But it wasn't, and that's how it goes, man. GG, well played. What an awesome match. Shout out to both these players. What a Giga Chad attack speed enjoyers coming in and defeating. Skaven are not meta, but they're a good faction with Bretonnia. But Bretonnia has been climbing in the win rate, so maybe there's some more to Bretonnia than meets the eye. All right, guys. GG, well played. Now it is time for the Ceremonial FFA to end today's stream. And if you guys are enjoying this stream, please do drop a like. It helps out quite a bit. And we're going to get it rolling. So, FFA time. Come get on in here. Come have some fun with the most evil schemes you can think of. So we're going to do a little bit of a troll country. We got Outer Region waiting in the wings, dude. Just fiending for this one. You got to love it. And who are we going to play? We got... Okay. And where are we going? Hopefully nobody lags. No lag here, please. Okay. Looks pretty good switching between factions. That's usually how you can tell if there's going to be lag issues. So I think that we're fine. So do we want to go Ogres? Tomb Kinks could be kind of fun too. Or Tzeentch is always great in FFAs. So Ogre Kingdoms and Vampire counts. I think I want to do a little bit of Tzeentch. Yes, Tzeentch, because I just want to use the changeling. So we're going to go some Tzeentch. All right. You guys want 10 giants? Is that the play? Oh, yeah. Okay, we're cooking with this. Yeah, boy. Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff right there. Okay, so this is some truly forbidden tech here. Organ Gun Dwarves. It can work, but people just tend to run away with you when you play with that, you know? They just tend to run away. From here, let's get you. So we got Ogre Kingdoms and... Yeah. So we're going to get you on your disc. And I think this Disc Master will be fine. Give it to me, precious. Give it to me, precious. Pretty fly for a Schmeagle. Okay. So Vampire Counts and Ogre Kingdoms is going to be the name of the game. We want to get... Yeah, Vampires could do some shenanigans for sure. How much do those units cost, man? They're pricey. Damn, boy, that's a pricey unit. That is a pricey unit. The Blue Scribes, is that what you guys want? You think I'm going to bring the Blue Scribes? Not a terrible guess. Not a terrible guess. But I think we have some more evil schemes in store. Yes. So Vampire Counts can bring a good Air Force. Cathay can kind of bring an Air Force, but yeah, it's nothing too wild. Yeah, let's do that. What other flying units do we want to consider bringing in the army here? All right. This build's looking pretty villainous. It's looking pretty evil, I do dare say. Okay. Can we afford a Fury? I don't think we can, sadly. Let's got that. And can we get a Fury? How much are they? 650? Ah! Curse the Baggins. Curse the Baggins. Wow, everybody's ready except me, dude. I'm feeling flexed on right now. I don't know if I like this. It's a cool build though. You guys will dig it, man. It's got some teeth. It's got some teeth. All right, let's get you, and we can just get this. All right, good luck, have fun. Let's see what we got, man. Changebringers? Oh, dude, you called it. But you're never gonna get. Who do you guys think the Lord is? Who do you guys think the Lord for the Changeling is gonna be? Let's see who calls it first. I'm waiting to see what's cooking here. Who's calling the Lord option? What's it gonna be? Who do you guys think we got? Okay, I haven't seen it yet. GG's Pest, how'd it go, man? Did you have some fun? Yeah, Beastmen versus Wood Elves is a very sweaty matchup. I would say maybe 55-45 for Beastmen. But it's winnable for Wood Elves, but you just really need to be practicing it. Chicken. Oh, already got it. Pontifex got it. Minimus got it. Yep. Scarbrand. Yeah. Wow, dude. I didn't expect the friggin' second guess. Of course it's not Greases. Dude, Greases is like... Okay, here's the thing. There's units that are fun, like meme units that are fun and have some applications and are like... It might not be good, but at least it's like useful in a way. Greases is just such a piece of shit. He's like not good in any situation really. Like he's just so bad, especially in FFA. You can't cash anything, you know? Yeah. It was close, but the map felt favored for Beastmen. But that's a loser's excuse. You'll get it next time, man. Good appearance, man. They're really sweaty players tonight, so making it to top 4 is great. Hey, Greases is just like masochism, you know? Yeah. All right, you guys ready? Oh, the Insta-ready up. So Changeling, we got the Changebringers, and we have our Air Force to defend them. Then we have a Centaur of Tzeentch as well. Just to chill, and a random Spearman just going to hide back here, basically. Well, he'll buff our army as needed. So somebody's going to get cooked. Preferably Vampire Counts. If Vampire Counts don't have any air units, I'm just going to go feast on their souls, dude. And we do have Final Transmutation with the Skull of Catan as well, which is a nasty combo. Yeah, Greases is straight up the worst Lord in the game. Yeah, I think so. He's really bad. He's really bad. Dude, Scarbrand... Having Scarbrand on Tzeentch is pretty funny. Because, yeah, he brought an Air Force, but, like, we can actually rampage him onto the ground, which is really funny. People don't expect that. All right. Let's go. All right, let's get over here. Let's have a little Duel of Fates, vampires. Oh, they're running. We got a runner. All right. So, what do we got over here? Yeah, hell no. I don't want any piece of this shit. Who wants to fight that? Nobody wants any of that. That's just like a box, dude. That's like a land battle build. No, we don't want that. We want that vampire count, dude. We want that vampire count goodness. All right. Tic-tac-toe is actually useful in some matchups. He's not bad. Dude, Chadbrand is coming, and he does have the rampage. So you can get under vampires and rampage them onto the ground, which is really funny. All right, so let's get you. Do this, and do this. We have the anti-large flyers, and we do also have the Golden Griffin. He's there. And yeah, we're coming to party, dude. You're not going to be able to get away, dude. We're the vampires just straight up hoofing it away from us. Ogres are thinking about coming after me, it looks like. Maybe they're going to go after a loose spear unit or something. I don't know. Spear unit's on the way. All right. So, yeah, we're already cooking a little bit. Yeah, you can see looking nice. Yeah, yeah, boy. That's some good stuff right there. Chadbrand's on the way. Let's keep moving, keep hunting. We need to keep the Skull of Catan close by. I mean, look, if the vampires start fighting the ogres, it's actually good for us because we can then farm a little bit, which is going to be great. Imagine if the Golden Griffin had freaking, what's it called? Had Final Transmutation. How brutal that would be. All right, let's keep flying. See, oh, he's coming for it. He's coming for it. All right, he wants a little bit of this. I respect that. So let's get you to shoot here, you to pull back, and he's just kind of like teasing me to keep me away from the fight. Oh my God, the triple Thunder Tusk. What a degenerate. Oh, the triple Thunder Tusk. It's so evil. Well, it's not. I didn't say it was banned, so, you know, it is what it is. We got the true villain of this lobby is this player here. All right, so let's do this. And you guys ready for some fun? You guys ready for the fun? Oh my god. Oh, oh, it's yes, dude. Yes, Scarbrand is gonna get you. Scarbrand gonna give it to you, dude. All right, so we got him pinned down here. Oh god, yes. Let's use the Wrathful Reaper as well. Look at the Vampire Lord. He's getting it so good. So we're gonna move in here, and it's only gonna get worse too. Ready? So we're gonna use Skull of Catan. I don't even need to though. Oh, dude, he's getting it so freaking good. All right, Centaurs of Tzeentch are in there. Yeah, he's done for. All right, so that is why Scarbrand can be an absolute beast sometimes. All right, so let's get you guys back up into the sky. Maybe keep fighting here. You guys are just gonna run for now. And what we need to do is drop a final transmutation here. So we're gonna do it. Maybe we'll have one of you guys fan out. So that is one Lord in the trash can, and we just need to keep working on these guys here. So we're gonna attack here. Get you guys to keep kiting, and I'm going to save my AoE for the other nastiness here. So Scarbrand able to get it done, and we can just kite these guys in circles here, and we can even have our little Discmaster fight there too. All right, so that was pretty funny, rampaging that guy down, although we might need the other goodness here. We're going to see. So the Golden Griffin does have the Hounds of Genis. We are being shot by cannons, and we've almost got these guys, but they are chasing. I can't afford to lose Changebringers. That's like really bronze if I do, so we're going to see if we can avoid losing my Changebringers, if at all possible. So this is what we were waiting for, was the big uns to come in and party. The Golden Griffin is going to do a Searing Doom, and now we need to do the most dreaded play of all. So we have been able to run these guys in circles. Scarbrand's in some danger, though, for sure, and my chicken is also in danger. So do I have Rampage coming off cooldown? Let's keep shooting these guys, and we're going to do the... Oh, dude, this is going to be so much value. Oh, dear God, that's going to be so much value. All right, let's run away here, pull you guys in, get these Changebringers to start cooking. Oh, overcasted Skull of Catan. We need to get the hell out of there, though. That's just all bad news bears for Scarbrand. All right. Oh, my God, that's Value City. Oh, yes. Okay, unfortunately, the dragon's coming for me. I just got a lot of value there, but we need to peace out, because that is not a recipe for success. All right, you guys run this way. Unfortunately, we're being hunted pretty good here, so let's just keep doing this. Get everybody out of here, and get you back as well. All right, Scarbrand does have his Rampage, so we need to try and deal with these frickin' Ogre units here. Yeah, we did get the final Transmutation of Doom. We're going to run to the corner, and hopefully Scarbrando can Rampage somebody. But yeah, dealing with that, I don't know how we do it. I think we're just going to lose these units. The Blood Vultures are just nasty. They do a fair amount of damage once they get their carrying up. So we'll just try and shoot, and probably just wait and try and Rampage them. Yeah, we do manage to cook one. So Scarbrand could lure some onto the ground. Oh, this is actually a play here. You guys ready? Okay, so we Rampage those guys. They're going to get Rampage on Scarbrand, and now we cook them. Nice. That's pretty good, actually. Let's get our chicken coming back here. And yeah, so we just roast those guys there. Perfect. Changebringers keep running around. We can't let them get caught by the Air Force. And hopefully Scarbrand's going to be able to do some work. But yeah, we need to get our chicken attacking the Empress's Crowmen. We've done a lot of damage, but I don't know if it's enough. Yeah, we do rout those guys off, so let's keep chasing. We do have our Discmaster. Let's have him help here. We have the dreaded Triple Thunder Tusk, which, you know, Cathay and I should be working together to deal with that, but I don't know if that's going to happen. We do just get our units randomly swarmed there. Scarbrand can't really help until his Rampage is off cooldown. Let's keep you guys running. And we're going to just stay underneath here. So yeah, keep after the Crowmen here. We see the Vampire counts. It's pretty funny that we just like literally one-shotted the Vampire Lord. That was actually hilarious, but... Yeah, we need the Cathay cannons to feast on the Triple Thunder Tusk. That's just pure evil. You know, going Thunder Tusk is just pure villainy. All right. So the Rampage is going to be another minute. You might be able to Rampage a little something. So let's actually shoot you with this. And maybe we're going to be able to cook them off. We'll have to see. We do have our chicken going, and they do end up getting cooked a little bit. Great. So now let's shoot back this way. Run you. There's a chance I might be able to get the Cathay Lord. You know, there's a decent opportunity for that. You guys keep hunting. Let's get you back. Oof, man. Yeah, I don't think the Changebringers are long for this world, sadly. Hopefully I can stabilize one, at least. I'll run to the corner of the map, because we're giving up so many points on those guys. Feels bad. All right, Skull of Catan Man, and we could pull in Marlin Scarbrando, but I think we need to chill out. We do lose one of them, and this is the Dire Pack, or just Direwolves? Okay, we can fight Direwolves. The Golden Griffin is still pimping nearby. We're going to go help Scarbrand out. Scarbrand, maybe some revenge for my opponent. We'll see. Maybe some revenge. All right, so Scarbrand's got spear support, and he's got a big chicken single entity coming for him. Got to get these Changebringers away. And, man, I really wanted to save it for the... Okay, we're going to have enough for another one. So we're not going to do Overcasted here. Well, the last one will be Overcasted. Yeah, and we're going to get a final Transmutation there. Cool, so we do get that. That's pretty fat. Scarbrand's, you know, doing work, but he is being swarmed a little bit. Is he going to get the win here? Yeah, maybe, maybe. These Changebringers are definitely a lot of effort to keep them alive. All right, Golden Chicken. Let's do this. Scarbrand, we're going to use Wrathful Reaper just to really, really karate chop things. And I could use the army ability, but no sense in doing that, really. Okay, so hopefully Scarbrand just gets some kills. Let's keep you guys hustling. Outer Region, this is the classic Cathay experience, but he's going to have to deal with the Ogres eventually, too. Yeah, I have to just keep microing these guys to keep them alive. It's a lot of work. Scarbrand connecting with anything? It doesn't look like it. He's having trouble connecting here. We could do Rage Embodied. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's just going to die. Those White Kings are doing a surprising amount of damage. All right, let's just use that before he goes. Turn back into the Changeling. Try and slip away. Not going to happen. All right, so Discmaster is still alive. We need to keep him going. We do have the most points, but, you know, what are we going to be able to do with that, right? So let's go stabilize these Changebringers if possible. I could use the army ability here, although using it against Cathay would probably be strongest when they brick up. Let's get you back. Get this chicken away. Vampires still have some cackling units here. And they're still chasing really aggressively, man. Really aggressively. All right, is my goose going to get away? Maybe it will. Like, let Cathay corner the Ogre Kingdoms, which are just doing God knows what, just hugging the outside of the map, which is pretty funny. I don't know if anybody's ever going to be able to get those. I was the best hope against them, I think. All right. Let's go this way, get you guys in a group together, have you come down here to help out. Killing the Crowmen, not going to be easy. And if I turn and shoot for even a second, you know, I could lose them, so... I gotta squeak some more points. Yeah, I do have the Firestorm. We're going to use that in the fourth quarter here. All right, let's do this. Get this chicken coming over. Come on, Changebringers. Come on, come on, come on. They do get caught turning the corner, but I need to get them back this way. Let's do this. Let's get there. Holds! 900 HP is not great. We do manage to get an attack there, so maybe able to get a peel. If I can keep them alive, no, they're going to disintegrate, so good night, sweet princess. They tried their best. Definitely needed some Furies, but we'll farm these guys, and I do have one more avenue for big points here. So the Thunder Tusk Lord is still online. Scrag is being hunted. And how much is its overcast? We have, what, 13 left? So we're going to be able to get one more big final transmutation, which is going to get us a metric shit ton of points. We actually could still win this game. All right, so we do get that. Let's see what's going to happen here. We do see the blimps chasing, and dude, the triple Thunder Tusk is so degenerate. Oh, no, it's only two. One of them is the Stonehorn of Morn, yeah. All right, let's get our chicken over there. The Vampire Lord getting karate chopped was really funny. It was actually quite hilarious. The blimps are a lot of points, actually. If I can just, like, farm outer regions like guns here, shut those guys down, then that would be big. Why are you wavering, by the way? Oh, shit, I don't have any ground units. Oh, dude. Damn. All right, we're going to... Dude, it's just going to break. I don't have any ground units. Oh, attack. Okay, so we do get the Tzeentch army ability on the Iron Hills. No! No! My army's breaking. I don't have any ground units. Oh, go chicken. Oh, that feels so bad. Is he going to stabilize, though? Okay, so the chicken is on the ground. He does stabilize his leadership. Oh, my Tzeentch caster is just going to run. Oh, that's so bad. I don't think landing solves the problem. Let's see if it does. Does it? Okay. So we did land on the ground. It doesn't matter. Yeah, the landing didn't even save it. He just breaks again. The chicken is causing havoc. At least I was able to take down an Iron Hill gunner. Yeah, man. One more final transmutation. Oh my god, and my toolbar disappeared. Oh. No. I don't know if he can even rally here. Let's see if he does. Okay. So he's surfing on the ground, but is his leadership going to keep tanking is the question. Yeah, see, it's still going down. And my spells are just straight up gone. See, I can't even cast my spells. This is like a Haggard bug that's been in FFA forever. Dude, that's so troll. I could probably still get a final transmutation off. But okay, he breaks again. I don't feel so bad. Okay, guys. And now the fight for the fate of the old world continues. As Scrag is getting bullied by Maximilianer here. He's getting in, and I love the Haggard Scrag. Scrag's such a shit character. He's just like so bad compared to the regular guy. Oh yeah, so Vampire's feasting a little bit. I do have not have the points lead anymore. And we're going to be seeing the Thunder Tusks rampaging. Oh my god. Thunder Tusks are such disgusting monsters. 3,600. There's a reason we ban them in tournaments. I'm actually kind of fun to see them here though, to be honest. But Out of Region can't beat that, I don't think. Can he? I don't know. I don't know if he can. We landed. It didn't matter. Is Scrag wearing a do-rag? No, he's not. He is not wearing a do-rag. Dude, look at them just bullying the Iron Dragon, dude. Okay, but he does have his healing ability, so that's pretty big. The vampire counts, they should help against the ogres. The ogres have the villainous build, you know? The sky junks will continue shooting too. I think they have like more ammo than their tooltip explains. Let me actually look and see if they're shooting. Let me look. Okay, are they shooting? I don't think so. Zhao Ming getting that heal is pretty clutch. Cathay is getting some work done. Yeah, they're helping against the ogre units. And the fact that Scrag is dead maybe gives Outer Region a chance, but I don't know. The ogres might win on points here. We'll have to see. Yeah. Okay, perfect. They're going to continue. The big dragon getting attacked here by the Vargulf. Unfortunately for the forces of Cathay, if the vampires don't help, then they're not going to really have a chance against the ogres probably. These ogre monsters are just going to keep bullying, I think. Although they're getting a little bit low. One of them is. I don't know if the lanterns are still firing. I don't think so. I think they're just straight up out of ammunition, yeah, so they're not going to be shooting. I think it's the junk is the one that has, like, a bugged amount of ammunition and will continue shooting, like, nonstop. Okay, so the Snowhorn gets taken down. The fair and balanced version does. Which probably, yeah, only 1900, but it's the Stonehorns who are the problem makers. 4,000 value and 3,500 on that one. Pretty nuts. Yeah, Thunder Tusks, they are just banned from tournaments until CA fixes them. And if they don't, they're just going to stay banned forever. Because they're just so oppressive. Although leadership is a problem. You know, they are grinding versus a lot of spears. Oh, I didn't notice that Outer Region has the Zhangu War Drum, guys. Yeah. So he has the War Drum, which is keeping the leadership going. And the other one here is just going fisticuffs with the Vargulf and the vampire units. Maximilianaire not hearing any bell whatsoever. So he's just gonna keep at it. Snowhorn getting chased down by the Iron Dragon. Iron Dragon, I believe, can heal again. Can he? No, he can't. It's only one use. It used to be infinite. I think they changed it to one. You need to re-enable fire at will on the main guns or they don't shoot. Got it. So he needs the... Yeah, I don't know if he knows to do that. The Vargulf here getting slapped by the two big boys. The Cathay army with the drums and the harmony might be able to actually win this grind. Although, technically, they could run away and kite and use their shooting. Although I think the Iron Dragon would be hot enough on their tail that it'd be fine. Outer Region in a position to win this, as long as he can get this. We do see the Vargulf being bullied by these overpowered monsters. And the White King's also getting bullied. So a lot of points being farmed here by 21. Zhao Ming coming back in. If he could just rout off this one Thunder Tusk and break it, then he probably has this game in the bag. The Cathay Troopers are really grinding it out, man. This is an FFA game, yeah. They're really grinding it out. So what do we got? Broken leadership right here. 0. And all the little haggard prison shanks. The War Drum is carrying this game. And that's one broken. The other one's probably going to break as well. Not before it gets like 5,000 value, though. And a draw? Wait, what? Did they tie on points? No, that's not a draw. Okay, that was just bug UI. Outer Region won that game. Yeah, he got 13,000 points. I don't know why it said draw. That's weird. Yeah, maybe the timer ran out or something. Was there a 20-minute timer? Doesn't matter. Outer Region wins anyways. 13,000. Yeah, he got the last man standing point, so it was just a bad tooltip. Yeah, so Scarbrand was fun. You know, killing the Vampire Lord was great. I think with Changebringers, I should have just cut the Centaurs and invested in Furies. And then I could have done... it's just a bug. Yeah, it's not actually the case. I could have... If I just cut this and get like 2 Furies, you know, or find a way to get more of an Air Force, or probably cut 1 Screamer and get more Furies just to fend off all the other flying units, then we're good. Yeah, that was a fun one, though. Time ran out. It doesn't matter. You got the win out of region. You got last man standing, so... Yeah, GG. You got 13,000 points. All right, lads. If you enjoyed tonight's stream, please do drop a like on the way out. It's how I gauge what you're into, and it helps keep the old engine alive. These dreaded months of January and February are always really tough on YouTube, so it helps a lot when you guys do stuff like that. So keep it up, man, and we'll see you guys back maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We're going to be pretty active. We're going to be doing a lot of streams, a lot of videos. I don't know what we'll do tomorrow, but something fun. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining. I hope you had an excellent time tonight. Congrats to the winner of our tournament, the dreaded Boss Toss Skaven. Narrow victory over Bretonnia, which was very, very fun to see. And yeah, we did the 4 objective map. We did it tonight. Yeah, we had that tonight. It was good. All right, folks. See you around. Take care of yourselves. Do widzenia. We will see you all on the other side. And that is going to be it for tonight, my friends.